If you've ever imagined of starting your own housing program, there is no reason that after we're done here tonight that you shouldn't go to forstonconsultants.com/webinars and watch the webinar, guys, because a lot of you have wanted to start a group home or traditional assisted living facility, but that stuff takes license. It takes a lot of time to open. There's a lot of red tape to jump through. You have to ask for permission. We teach you guys how to open an ILF, an independent living facility, where you can house the homeless, displaced adults, or anybody that has a guaranteed income, and it doesn't require a license, and you don't have to own the property. Make sure you watch that free webinar at forstonconsultants.com/webinars, and then set up a free strategy call so that me and my team can get you started. Let's get back to the show. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I am your host, Mr. Derek Forston, and they call me Mr. ILF. And my whole job today is to make sure you guys understand that you can start an independent living facility without the need for staff, medical oversight, or without you having to own the property. So go ahead and let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me loud and clear. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Also, I'm expecting a lot of new people today from all kinds of different places. We've been going heavy on TikTok and on certain other platforms. So if you're here from TikTok earlier in the week, yesterday, and you promised me that you was going to be here, I'd appreciate if you let me know in the chat, because I want to shout you guys out. There's a lot of just regular people that join us all the time, but there's a lot of our newer TikTok people that's been finding us. So if you joined us from TikTok yesterday or anywhere within the week and you're here because of that, let me know in the chat. I want to shout you guys out. And again, guys, happy Co-Founders Day. I'm super excited about that. Most of you guys know or may not know, but me and my brother started this many years ago, guys. And he passed away about a year ago and some change. And every April, the month of April, is Co-Founders Week. His birthday is actually today. So big shout out and rest in heaven, rest in peace to my big brother, Mr. Otis Forston. We're going to be celebrating that more than 2 or 3 times today. So again, God bless you all for being here. Y'all got a lot of choices of where you could be on these internet streets, but y'all chose to be here, and I super appreciate that. So one thing I want to do also is I want to make sure that we also take advantage of the networking opportunities that usually happen in this room, right? So go ahead and put in the chat, what city and state are you joining in from? Again, let me know what city and state that you're joining in from. I'm in the Orlando, Florida area. And what I want to do today is I want to turn today into kind of like how I did a couple weeks ago, where I actually kind of just put it on you guys, right? In terms of just answering a bunch of questions. So I see Huntsville in the building. I see Cleveland, Ohio in the building. I see Mobile, Alabama. I see Daytona Beach. That's my guy, Corey. I see some people from, looks like Arkansas. I see Brandon. You guys are not far from me over there in Brandon. I'm right here in Orlando. Hey, Abdul Nails, good to see you here. You were super active with us on the live yesterday, so we appreciate that. There goes Charmaine. There's Miss Tia. There go Joe Coffee. So yeah, we got a lot of people that's been joining us throughout the week. I've been doing this kind of like this 7-day challenge to myself, where I had promised to go live on TikTok for like 7 days in a row. And I'm still going to do that today, actually, right? So even though I'm here and I'll probably be here for 2 hours, right? I'm still going to probably go live on TikTok later just to make that commitment to myself complete. So I got 2 more days. No, actually 1 more day. Today and tomorrow. And then that'll complete my 10 days, or excuse me, 7 days of going live. But nevertheless, if you just joined us and if you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the right place, because this is where we show you guys to start your own housing program without the need for a license, without the need for you to have to pretend to be a nurse, and without any state oversight or any medical oversight. So guys, these are completely different from your traditional group home. These are completely different from what we would call your ALF or your IDDs, right? We don't do any of that stuff. And not that I shun it or look down upon it, because it's absolutely needed. But I tell you guys right now, the ILF model, guys, is the right now model. All of these other models that we'll talk about today, they all require a license. They require state oversight, and usually takes a long time to get it open. But in terms of an independent living facility, that is just simply an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. So one more time, in an ILF, guys, I don't have staff in my places. My people cook their own bologna sandwich. They take their own medications, right? And they provide their own transportation via the Uber, through Lyft, their friend, their mom, their dad, anybody but me. So if you say, Derek, if all of that stuff is taken care of, what in the world do they need me for? To put a roof over their head, to keep on the lights and keep on the water. Does that make sense, everybody? So again, before we get too crazily deep, I just want to give that brief intro that this is a housing model that does not require a license, and it allows for adults, not married couples, not women and children, not the pregnant lady with 3 kids, but the single individual male, the single individual female. It allows for them to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. And 3 quick steps to getting started. Our ILF webinar, right? And that's simply by texting the phrase "more info" to the phone number 407-326-0086. And I've also put it in the chat. I've also got it scrolling below on the screen. If this is your first time with us, I want to give you an absolute free gift. So if you just text the word "new" to 407-326-0086, that's a free gift on me. The same number, if you text the word "more info," that also gives you our webinar. And watch this. Let's just say you want to do this, but you can't buy a house or rent one or lease one. If you text the phrase HRA, we teach you how to be a housing referral agent to where you don't need the property to do this. You just need relationship. So HRA again stands for Housing Referral Agency or Agent. And again, it allows you all to get started in this again without having to own the property or lease the property. So a lot of you guys know my story. I was a social worker, barely making ends meet, begging God to allow me to get into something like this. And just like most of y'all was like me. Y'all prayed for something like this. You just never knew how to get into it because people was hiding it from you. I've been telling you guys all week on TikTok and Pinterest and YouTube and Instagram and Facebook that I'm your new big brother now. I'm the guy that takes the whole veil off and shows you what this is. And yes, I got coaching, I got DIY, I got all kind of stuff. But every Monday and Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, I teach for free. Every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, I teach it for free. Our coaching is more so for the people that want the hand holding. Derek, I want you to hold my hand because I don't want to make no mistakes. Put in the chat if that's your learning style. When you say, Derek, man, that DIY product you got is great, bro, but I want your one-on-one, Derek, because you hold my hand during that product. And again, lucky for y'all, and big shout out to my big brother, Otis, you guys are getting this for 25% off because this is Co-Founders Week. So whether you want my one-on-one coaching or whether you want the DIY, 25% off. But just a little part of my story, can y'all see these rats and roaches? See, because I promised to show my TikTok people this. You guys saw one picture yesterday. You guys saw one picture the day before that. Today, I'm going to show you a lot of footage of what I saw. And remember, I told y'all I'm no genius. I barely finished high school, and my wife tricked me to go to college. And this, JB, is what I saw. The rats and the roaches and the filth and the grime. And the part that was so crazy, God allowed me to see a lady that was making $41,000 a month doing this, y'all. How's the people in conditions like this? The devil is a liar. So, Samantha, can you imagine making 41 grand every 30 days? Thomas family? But the devil is a liar that you would do it this way. And that's what God showed me. Again, God showed me somebody that was living my dream, y'all, but literally kind of doing it the wrong way. This is not how you house people or God's people. And I always tell people, man, one day we're going to be held accountable for how we treated these people. These are God's people. How dare we house them in filth and in squalor? So one more time, if you just joined us, all we're doing today is showing you guys how do you take this idea that God put inside of your heart And then he introduced you to this loudmouth named Derek Forston. That's going to be your big brother, Samantha, to guide you 100% of the way. From idea to implementation. Because most of y'all got the idea. You just have no clue how to put it together. Just like me 8 years ago when people hid it from me. And just like I told you, I don't care what you guys call it. We trademarked independent living facility, shortened to ILF. And that is just simply a residence model where adults can live and thrive without the need for staff, like your group home, without the need for state oversight, like your group home, without the need for staff and a fire alarm system and a sprinkler system that costs $30,000. We don't need none of that. We need a single family home that can be a 3-bed, 2-bath, 4-bed, 2-bath, 2-bed, 1-bath, 1-bed, 1-bath. I don't even care how small it is, because just remember again, I'm taking you through my journey, Samantha. Bryce, Robinson family, I'm taking you, Dr. Jordan, actually. See, I remember that. You thought I was going to forget, Dr. J. I'm simply taking you through where all of this come from. And my TikTok people, you got to appreciate this, because I sold y'all one picture for 2 hours yesterday. Now you get to go on the journey with me to see how I watched a lady walk into my hospital with her Gucci shoes on, her Fendi dress, the best weave money can buy, and she housed people in conditions like this. Can y'all see those beds on the ground? Can you see that burnt up kitchen? Because sometimes, y'all, I think I'm showing y'all pictures and y'all don't see nothing but my big face. 2 or 3 of y'all tell me in the chat, Derek, I can see that burnt up kitchen, bro. And guys, I buy properties that look like this and we rehab them. Guys, somebody was living here. This ain't no rehab project. Lord have mercy. And then the one that broke my heart that I tell everybody, Dr. J, the one that broke my heart so much, and I'm going to slow this story down because y'all on my YouTube channel now. I ain't in no rush. I'll be here all day. Was me, Mr. Social Worker. I sent a lady, we'll just call her today Kelly. I sent Kelly to one of these places as a group home. And Kelly was like, because people hid this from me, y'all, I took a Saturday just like today. I said, man, I'm going to go and see what these places look like. Nobody want to show me. Nobody want to teach me. The girl that made 41 grand a month, the lady or the woman, excuse me, that was making 41 grand a month housing people in these conditions, she said, Derek, I'll never teach you how to do this, bro. She said, you keep being a social worker and you keep sending me these people, Derek, because I'll never teach you how to do it. That should break some of y'all heart, because I'm y'all brother now. How dare you hide this thing from me? That can not only change my life, it can change the city I live in. And if you give it to a guy like me, I'm going to teach it all over the world. And that's what I think she knew. Can you see these beds on cinder blocks? Somebody please tell me you can see this. Why do we got to put the beds on the floor with no bed rails? The fan is on top of banana box. Guys, why do we got to house people like this when you making $41,000 a month? Ms. Jovan, I ask people this all the time. Part of it's just being facetious. But Ms. Jovan, if you made 41 grand every 30 days of your life, would that change your life a little bit? Now, maybe that's not enough for Ms. Jovan and the Walker family. Put in the chat, if you made $41,000 a month, would that change your life a little bit? And I told God, as a social worker, I'm making 28 grand a year trying to feed my family. And God, you showed me my dream through somebody else doing it the wrong way. God, I need your help. I said, God, I want to get into this. Jovan, can you imagine how I felt, Jovan, when she said, Derek, I'll never teach you this, bro? Jovan, she took her phone out. I'll never forget this. Over 8 years ago now, she said, Derek, boop, 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 boop. She said, Derek, look at what I make doing this, but I'll never show you how to do it, Derek. One thing I can respect about her, though, Corey, she was honest with me, bro. She didn't lie and say, Derek, I'm a teacher, because I had a couple of them people, too. Derek, I'll teach you. Come under my wing, Derek. Jovan, can you imagine as I was making $28,000 a year? And Jovan, she made 41 grand a month. Guys, that was less than $800 every 2 weeks taxed from my job. And right now, if you've joined my my TikTok private community, I showed you 2 days ago where I go to the same hospital where I worked there for 9 years and I pick up checks because I'm housing people now. Lord have mercy. If you ain't no hater, say congratulations, Derek. Because again, forget about Derek today. This is about y'all. I'm just giving y'all the vision of what I saw. Today, I'll now drive to that hospital. I picked up 2 checks, one for $800, the other one for $800. Guys, I never made $1,600 every 2 weeks at that place. It was under $800 by the time they took the taxes out of it. Jovan, now I go back to pick up checks because I'm housing their clients. Lord have mercy. And I'm doing good for the people that don't know me. I usually take 2 hours just to tell this story. I'm going to move on in about 10 more minutes. But I had to show you guys a lady that was walking into my hospital with her red bottom shoes, Gucci dress, Mercedes-Benz, Cadillac Escalade. And watch this, y'all. I'm not super materialistic, but I got to tell you the story of what I saw because you won't understand it. And the Ross family, I knew that people wouldn't believe me years later once I began to tell this story, so I took pictures of it. I knew somebody was going to say, Derek, this story sounds great, bro, but Derek, you don't got to juice it up. Derek, you don't got to make it sound so bad so that we believe you. Guys, I knew this was going to happen. And the story I tell everybody that broke the camel's back is when I took a Saturday and went to go and look for myself. I said, because nobody want to teach me. Jovan, I started going to these places that I knew all the addresses of because remember, y'all, I'm the dadgum social worker. I took a Saturday just like today. So if y'all close y'all eyes and go back 8 years, I'm now inside of these, what I thought was group homes. Later found out the girl said, Derek, these ain't no group homes and I don't own these places either. But y'all, she would have never let me go to these places on my own. So I snuck into all of them. I never told her. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all, right? As y'all big brother, I was wrong. I shouldn't have snuck in her place. But if I did it, I would have never had my starting point, and none of y'all would be under my coaching right now. My coaching is in 38 states. I oversee over 450 ILFs throughout 38 states. Had I never snuck into that place, Dr. Jordan, how would I get the vision to come here and tell y'all about it? Somewhere in that good book called the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain so that he that readeth it. That means that when the Robinson family read it, when Corey and his family read it, that when Jovan read it, that's what that means. When the Ross family reads it, y'all can run with it. Because one thing about me, I'm no crab in the bucket. But back to the story. I snuck to her places, y'all, on a Saturday just like today and ran into who I'm going to call Ashley. Guys, guess who referred Ashley to this hellhole, as I'm going to call it? And excuse my language. Guys, but I didn't know. I sat behind a computer. I had a telephone and a pad of paper with people like y'all with y'all names on it. But where I lived at, this young lady was the only choice in my city when it came to housing. That's why I teach it to all of y'all now, because I want hospitals to have a better choice when it comes to housing, and that's going to be through y'all. Put in the chat where you tuning in from today, because I want to call out your city. I'm praying that God makes you the affordable housing solution in your city. I'm in Orlando. Where are you guys at? Where you at, Corey? Miss D? Most of y'all did it, but just do it again. Where are you at? Where will God use you this year when I teach you to walk away from your job the right way, not quit, but resign with notice? Because I want y'all to do what God has truly called y'all to do, because most of y'all been praying for something just like this. But watch me get back to the story. I saw a lady sleeping on the kitchen floor, y'all, paying $750 a month. And Mr. Social Worker Derek, RB, from Missouri, I sent her there. But guys, I didn't know it in terms of what it was until I snuck to these places on a Saturday. Guys, when I found out that I, Mr. Social Worker, sent some lady to sleep on the kitchen floor, and when I went that day, y'all, the first thing I saw when I opened the door was about 14 to 15 people in a 3-bed, 2-bath home. The devil is a liar. One of the rooms had a lock on the door, RB. So you mean to tell me we got 14 people in a 2-bed, 2-bath? And my client, Ashley, I said, Ashley, all of these people that live here, where's your bed? Where's your accommodations? That young lady, y'all, walked me to the kitchen. I'll never forget this, and it broke my heart. In front of the kitchen stove, on a 3-inch mat, about 3 to 4 feet long, that girl was sleeping in front of the kitchen stove, y'all. And proud to say, Derek, my family pays $750 for me to be here. She says, at least I'm not homeless on the street. The devil is a liar. Guys, I would be that gummed if I find out y'all doing this under my coaching, under my tutelage, under just hearing me. If you never get my coaching, and boy, if I find out that you doing this, and I'll probably never find out, I'm just saying, my God gonna see this. The whole reason why we get into this, y'all, is to change the way homeless people are being viewed, and we got to change the way they live it. And lucky for y'all, I went through all the bumps, the bruises, the mistakes, 2 years, and I lost 60 pounds trying to figure this thing out. Now, most of y'all don't know me. I used to be a kind of a chubby guy. Guys, I'm slim and sexy now because when I got this idea, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep until I got it. And lucky for me, I've kept the weight off. But guys, I lost 60 pounds trying to figure this thing out. And now today, this is what we make it look like. Because the concept of this is not rocket science. Now, the coaching and doing it the right way, yes. But the concept that we take people from homeless to hopeful in a shared living environment without the need for a license and without the need to have to buy the property. Guys, I lease these places. I rent these places. And now today, we're proud to present this model to social workers, case managers, social service providers, the Goodwill, Salvation Army, anybody that's in your city that deals with social services. Am I making sense so far? I've been here for 22 minutes so far. Am I making sense? Can 10 of y'all put in the chat, Derek, this makes sense, bro? But 3 of y'all put in the chat, Derek, I'm lost. I still don't get it. Because if you don't get it, I do good at slowing it down. Now, most of y'all may have caught into it by now, but I talk fast and sometimes I stutter. But I'm real good at slowing it down to make sure that you guys get it. Because don't get it twisted. What you're looking at on this screen right now is a housing program that you thought had to be a group home. And lucky for me, lucky for y'all, God showed me my vision through somebody else that was doing it the wrong way. Jovan says she get it. Maybe it's only me and Jovan. Jovan, maybe it's only me and you that get this and that this makes sense. There's a lot of us here. I'm on TikTok, Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Chatter. I'm on a lot of places right now. Maybe it's only me and Jovan that thinks this makes sense. Here they come now. Okay, here go Dr. J, Dr. Jordan, D, G Love, RB. And trust me, guys, I'm getting ready to answer a bunch of y'all questions because I specialize in that. But I always like to show people where did the vision come from? Because I barely graduated high school. I'm no genius. Shay, my wife, tricked me to go to college. And through the grace of God, RB, I finished that. But please don't get it twisted. We rent these houses. We build relationships with social workers and case managers. And watch this. Most importantly, I'm going to post on Facebook and Instagram every day and TikTok that we provide housing. Okay? Put in the chat if so far what you've heard, and we got a lot more to go. If you said, Derek, I'm ready for this, bro. Like, this is me. Because, Derek, I heard you said that if I love God, if I love people and love real estate, I can merge it all together. Lord have mercy. Watch this. This is something that we live by, and I'm showing y'all a bunch of footage today. What my TikTok people that saw one picture yesterday? Y'all gonna see so many pictures, y'all, and you can be like, wow, how many of them he got? A bunch of them, because my coaching is in 38 states. Where are you located? Okay? Yanni says, good morning. I almost missed it. I'm working. Yanni, you need a pair of these glasses right here that are Bluetooth, and you can listen to me while wearing these. I don't wear glasses, y'all, but these are Bluetooth. I can listen to YouTube, music, all of that stuff. Go to my TikTok shop. I got those too. And somebody gonna get a box of these for free. I already told you, I'm blessing somebody this week with these for free who purchases the one-on-one coaching. Watch this, though. I'm starting to sweat now because I'm getting excited. For the family that just takes that one question about, Derek, how did you get started? I kind of just went through that. So I got something better. For everybody that's in here right now, if you just text the phrase more info to 407-326-0086, it gives you our introductory webinar. Now, if you're real smart, you do what I said 15 minutes ago and you text the word new. Forget the more info because the new gives you both of them. And the new also gives you a free gift of a coaching that I give away to y'all. My TikTok family blessed y'all with that because I turned it on for them and I'm just carrying it over now. So if you want a more chronological order of what this is, how it works, make sure you check out our webinar by texting more info to the number scrolling below right now. That also leads to a free phone call with me and my team. Now, I always tell people, if you got questions, bring that right here to YouTube because I love for us to learn together. But if you say, Derek, I want your coaching, but I got some questions before I sign up, that's what that call is usually for. Because I love it when we learn together because every question that y'all are asking now, I'm going to answer all of those and more. I'm just showing you the vision of what it looks like so that everybody can leave today knowing that I don't buy this stuff brand new. As nice as that furniture looks, none of this stuff is brand new. Hopefully you follow me on Facebook as I ask you to go and be nosy on my Facebook page. Hotels call me to give me this stuff, y'all. And I teach that to y'all. How do you become the preferred vendor in your city? Make sense, everybody? I teach that. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to go warm up my hot tea because I'm going to be here a minute, right? I want to teach today. But when I come back, I want to see a lot of questions in the chat. My wife, who also does this from a nonprofit standpoint, she's going to be joining us. Does that make sense, everybody? Put in the chat right now so that when Shay takes her seat, she can read the chat and see. If you desire to do this from a nonprofit standpoint, write nonprofit in the chat. I just want to know that who wants to do this from the standpoint of being a nonprofit. Let's take a quick commercial break. I want to let you guys hear from David and Denise, and we'll be right back. Some of y'all think I have a triplet. Some of y'all think I'm a twin. I'll explain that when we get back. Hey, David, did you know that you can start your own housing program and it doesn't require you for you to own the property and you do not need a license? So how in the world would you do that? I was always told that you had to own the property and that there was always some kind of special license that you had to get from your city to do this. People always told me that there was lots of red tape to jump through. So you mean to tell me these are also not group homes? It's actually simple. They're called independent living facilities, and Forston Consultants actually created it. They hold the trademark for it. So I follow them religiously on Instagram at Forston Consultants as well as Facebook. And every Monday night at 6 p.m., they actually go live on YouTube at Forston Consultants, and I follow them there as well. So you mean to tell me my dream of becoming this housing provider that I've always dreamt of is closer than I realize? And again, you're telling me I don't need a license and I don't have to own the property. Absolutely. You do not have to own the property. You don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be a CNA, and you can get started as soon as tomorrow. Click the link below for more information.
Well, hello, everybody. Listen, I don't know where Tia get happy birthday, Derek, from. Good morning.
It's my brother's birthday.
Listen, good morning.
Good morning,
wow.
Everybody. Some lady just jumped on my live. I think that's my beautiful wife, Shay, so I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Listen, so somebody ran away, y'all, and had to go warm up their tea. But I'm here. I'm Shay Forston, Derek's amazing wife. Yes, and I said it. I am his amazing wife.
I agree.
I'm excited to join you all today. Happy Saturday. Happy co-founder. I'm putting nonprofit and founder together. Happy co-founders week. What an amazing opportunity to share with you all. I am Shay Forston, the president and co-founder of the Angela Denise Foundation. And that is a nonprofit organization that utilizes the ILF model in housing women that have been through homelessness or, battling different mental illnesses that have caused them to be homeless. And I utilize the ILF model as a nonprofit organization. So that's a little bit about who I am, what I do. I see some of you put the word nonprofit in the chat. welcome. And I hope you are ready to join the amazing world of ILFs as a nonprofit. Super excited to share answer any questions that you may have about this. And like I said, don't let me belabor the point. I know, Derek, you were talking, so I'm going to let you jump back in and get back where you're going.
So we're actually going to jump in the chat. I promised to answer a lot of questions today.
Oh, thank you.
A lot of people are asking about the sale and the price of the coaching. Guys, our coaching has always been $7,500 for the one-on-one coaching, but for the entire year of 2025, it's on sale. We want to be such a blessing to people, and I'll be quite honest, because last year was just so rough for a lot of people in life, in business, and even the year before that, right? So we just having grace and mercy on a lot of people. And then lucky for you all, my brother's birthday is today. My brother passed away, y'all, a year and some change ago. So we always honor his legacy during the month of April, and his birthday is actually today. So April 5th, happy heavenly birthday to my brother Otis, who me and him started this many years ago together. Most of y'all see me and Shay now. Shay and I have always also done it together, but Otis and I always started it. Shay was always in the background, but when Otis transitioned, now you guys see a lot more of me and Shay, and for sure you see a lot more of me. But make no mistake about it, guys, my brother and I started this together. And just as a quick recap, if you've never seen my brother or know who he is, and y'all, if I bust out and start crying, take it easy on me, because this is still tender to me, right? So in fact, I'm gonna try not to stay on this too long so that I don't get so tender and all mushy. But I do want to show and introduce you guys who my brother is and who he was. He was the absolute co-founder of this thing. My brother believed in doing this and keeping your job. I did it. So that's why people really loved us, because my wife, nonprofit, I'm not. My brother, keep your job. I'm not. I'm getting this and get away from that job. So all of us had a different way of how we kind of went at this. So people loved my brother's standpoint of because I always tell people, if you got a great job, it don't bother you, it don't get on your nerves, you got your own office, you come in when you want to, you leave when you want to. That's kind of how my brother talked about it. So my brother kept his job. My brother's nickname was called Double Up. My brother believed in doubling up if there was the opportunity to do so, meaning keep your job and do this. What's so crazy, y'all? My brother had a state job for over 24 years. He made more money in the ILF than he did with that job for 24 years. That's a testament to the goodness of God. He always talked about that, okay? One more time, this was just one of his photo shoots and one of the pictures that, quite frankly, we used on a lot of our advertising. Right here was one of our speaking engagements, because again, you don't see Shay in none of this, guys. My brother and I did all. Now, Shay built the PowerPoints back then. Shay was behind the scenes, but my brother and I was always the one on stage. My brother and I started business together. We bought real estate together. This just happens to be one of the properties that we bought in Warner Robins, Georgia. Raphael, the other gentleman, is our realtor in Georgia. Right here is when we hugged and kind of made it official. And boy, how do I miss these times, right? And again, I better keep going because I'll get mushy on y'all. I'm not trying to do that. And then one last time, this is actually the last time me and my brother walked out together to speak. I was trying to make the video come on, but y'all know I ain't techie, and Shay was actually in the meeting. But this is the last time my brother and I actually walked out to a sold out event where people came to see us speak. So I'm just super proud of him. I'm thankful for his life, his legacy. And again, you all get the benefit of that, because up until Tuesday of next week is when the sale ends. It started at the beginning on Monday, and it's 25% off for both either the DIY or the one-on-one coaching. So let's jump into some stuff. Thank y'all for allowing me to share that. Thank God I didn't get super emotional and mushy on y'all, because that's not what today gonna be. So now, if I would have found that video, I would probably had to excuse myself for 2 seconds. But thank you, God, for also allowing me to get through that without getting so mushy. So I'm going to go back to the chat. I want to answer a lot of questions from you all. Also, I got to change this slide because now this number has changed. We're growing so fast in terms of you all responding. We're now in 38 states and over 450 ILFs. Again, throughout 38 states. And that means when people like y'all join, Shay and I don't have no 38 No, 450 ILFs? No, we got a handful, right? And we're also invested in a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But we say for 50, that means when the Robinson family get theirs, we keep adding to that number. When Yanni gets hers, we add to the number because remember, we're all family now. So I just wanted to show that to you all. Shay, I'll let you control the questions
I'm actually
in terms of bringing them up, and I'll knock them out.
Bryce said, I went through the same thing. A lady refused to teach me, but God.
But God, yeah. So that's actually Dr. Jordan. So Dr. Jordan purchased Bryce is probably her husband's name, I'd assume. I don't know. Don't let me start throwing out stuff.
Right.
But I spoke to them, and me and Jess, my assistant. That's actually Dr. Jordan and family. They purchased the DIY yesterday, and they got it on the sale. So remember, guys, the DIY and the one-on-one coaching is for sale. So back to that original question, all year long, guys, we've marked it down to $4,997. That's $4,997. Just call it $5,000. But it's actually $4,997. I take care of the tax. But this week, today, and Shay, I may do something special. So just be prepared, Shay, because I may do something crazy. Today's my brother's birthday. So watch me make this up right now, because I can do that because this is my company, my business. I want to be a blessing. Right now, it's only $4,997. Today is my brother's birthday. We're allowing this all week long until Tuesday. But Shay, I tell you what, if somebody buys it today, I'll take another random number. I'll take another $475 off of that. So right now, if you do the math, and somebody help me in the chat, $4,997 minus 25%. Now take off another $475 if they buy it today. Shay set that for 12 hours, because the day is almost over with. If somebody purchases this within the next 12 hours, I'm giving an additional $475 just because I want to be a nice guy. Okay? Now that's going to put a little bit more work on Shay.
Give me a second, because I'm actually going to create a...
So be it. How many of y'all appreciate that? Somebody says, how do you get paid by the hospital? For me, it's called a community funded program. And again, guys, for only like $3 a month, my TikTok private community, that's the kind of stuff I'm showing on my TikTok, right? So I literally showed you guys the checks, not with Derek's name on it, but with Second Chance Housing's name. I told you guys, I got notebooks this thick full of checks. None of them say Derek. They all said the name of my program. That's why the first part of my coaching, Miss Christy, is that you got to start a business. Nobody's ever going to write Christy Randall a check. It's going to be K&R Solutions, K&R Enterprise, KR Group, KR Project, K&R Foundation. Make sense, Christy? Nobody's ever going to write you a check. So my coaching says the first step is start a business and remove the liability from you. Dummy me, I didn't do that in the beginning and faced a $41,000 lawsuit. Got the proof to show you and the Channel 8 News clip. So I don't allow that to happen to you all once I know it. So under my coaching, watch this. The whole basis of my coaching, guys, watch this, is to make sure that you don't make all the dumb mistakes I did. And I use the word dumb because I'm being harsh on myself. But guys, it's called ignorance, a lack of knowledge. Somewhere in that good book, it says that people perish for the lack of knowledge. People don't do well in life for the lack of knowledge. People don't get their dream satisfied and completed because of the lack of knowledge. Make sense, everybody? But God bless you today, because I got all the knowledge of this. God is in it. He's blew on us, and everything under us prospers in terms of this coaching and what this is. And not because I'm so special. It's because how good God is. And notice how much I put God in everything that we do. I'm no pastor, I'm no priest, and I'm not a bishop, but we do love God. We love people, and we love real estate. And guess what my prayer is for each and every one of you, G-Love? I want y'all to please God. I want y'all to help people. I want y'all to be respected by the community while you're doing it. And I want y'all to make enough money to feed your family. Make sense, everybody? This is not a shelter. I want you guys to make a bunch of money doing this. Some people are afraid to say that. Guys, we're doing God's will, helping people, and just so happy to be able to make a bunch of money doing it. Where this gets really powerful is how do you use that money? Somewhere in that good book again talks about building the kingdom. Focus on God's plans, God's ideals. Seek ye first the kingdom and all his righteousness and all of these things that you want.
Not those.
See, I was saying today, Tia, all these things that you want to be added unto you. Y'all, I joke around and sing sometime. Now, my wife is the real songbird. I just play around. But the Bible says that, not Derek, when you take care of the God's people, that's why this business is so genius, y'all. God built the business for us, and I'm going to say us because all is in it, that serves him. He gets credit, and he fill your pocket full of financial freedom. Lord have mercy. Wow. Somebody either going to like that or you going to hate that. Just depends on how you feel in your heart. Some people going to love that last quote. Some people going to absolutely hate it. You take it how you want to. Because again, my whole goal in life, I want to please God. I want to help people. I want my community to respect me while I'm doing it. But I'll admit, y'all, I want to make a bunch of money to feed my family and to build the kingdom of God. Go ahead, Miss Shay.
I just have a question because I'm doing your coupon for the crazy.
Talk to
what
me.
Y'all doing. So you said 12 hours, right?
12 hours, really
12
short.
hours.
This
All
means move at the speed of instruction. It's already on sale.
So it ends tonight.
So this just means for the people that say, Derek, this is a no-brainer, bro. You gonna give me an extra $475? Sign me up.
So technically the discount is $1,724.25.
And the total now is?
Now you did it. $3,272.75.
Can't beat it. Okay? Somebody gonna get that today. Okay? All right, so let me go in the chat, because if I just keep talking, y'all, I'll just keep giving game. I want to answer questions. Okay, so I'm going from the bottom. But you said sing somebody. Go ahead, Derek. Okay, Tia, don't get me started, Tia. Tia, you know I'll start singing in a minute now. Working on it as we speak makes sense. Christy, not sure what you were saying there because I was running my big mouth. Dr. Jordan says, you better preach, sir. G Love say preach. And guys, I'm no pastor, actually. I just love God. I love people. I like seeing the lives of people change because watch this. I got a statistic that follows us that a lot of people can leave and resign their job 6 to 9 months of meeting us. Well, that's powerful.
All right.
And watch this. Again, not because how great I am. It's because the goodness of God and all the mistakes I've been through to make sure you don't make it. Wow. Okay. I'm going back in the chat, Shay. How do you deal with drugs, etc.? We don't. Now, if somebody comes and got a drug problem, watch this. My whole program is called Second Chance Housing. So I give people the second chance no matter what they done. My rule is this though, Corey. If he on drugs, no problem. Long as he want to get some help, I can help him. But if he said, Derek, man, I drink beer, I snort cocaine, and I'm on methamphetamine, Derek, and I don't want no help, bro. This is my life. Bro, you can't live in my place.
Yeah.
He can't live with me. So we discharge him if he's already living there.
Yeah.
But I've had guys that run into drug problems, no problem. Let's go get you some help, bro. Let's get you checked in.
And what people don't realize.
And the guy that says yes, he got a place to live when he get discharged and come back home. But the guy that says, Derek, man, this is what I do, bro. I don't want no help. He's discharged. He can't live in my place.
But Derek, what people don't realize is a lot of times this is the support that people are looking for, right? They've been so used to being turned away or thrown aside because of their addiction. And when you come in and say, hey, I'm willing to extend the olive branch and say, hey, if you're willing to go get help, there's a spot for you here.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize helps in some time, not all the time, but it helps in the majority of the times the success of the individual, because not only do they see that someone's willing to help them despite their old situations, despite their addiction, despite their issues, that there's somebody that's willing to assist and help them move forward. You see a better person in the end. Now, this is not 100%, right? You're going to have some people that this is a cycle thing, and this is something that only God can remove from them. But you have others that just need that support and that structure, and they completely turn around. Yeah. So we've seen it successfully done several times within our housing programs. Like right now, I've got one young lady that's been clean 5 years, residing with us. And this is because we took a chance. We decided to be there as support system. And even if she did fall, honestly, it wasn't even a fall. She just got depressed. And you just surround her with support,
Yep.
with case management, and we're back at clean slate. She never relapsed or anything like that, but she knew that she was in such a safe place to ask for help before it took that turn.
Yep.
So super excited about that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. There was a question in the chat, and that name looks familiar. I wonder if that's one of those two brothers that I spoke to. If that's true, shout me out in the chat. But yes, there's actually payment plans available for the coaching as well. And it's right there at the checkout page. So if you guys went to the checkout page, and I'm not going to try to even to say this name because I don't want to mess it up, but I think you were one of the brothers that I spoke to.
I think
so
yeah.
At the checkout page, there's two options. One's called Klarna and one is called Afterpay.
Correct.
What's really cool about it, once you get approved and you get it, they pay us up front.
Yeah.
You make monthly payments. So for anybody that wants to do a payment plan, you guys could do that. Okay. I don't even mind it if you do it with this new sale that I just gave just 2 seconds ago. Right. So just to answer that question, yes. And then if you don't get approved for that, we have what we call in-house financing. And that usually causes for you to do a down payment and then monthly payments that range anywhere from $300 to $400 a month. Okay. They don't go outside of $400 no matter what you're buying. Okay.
So Derek, let me give the new coupon code first and foremost. This
Sure.
is for the additional $475 off.
So you did another one for that one?
Yeah, I
Cool.
did another coupon.
Okay.
So when you hit checkout, you're going to type in as the coupon code WHAT? WHAT. What? That is going to be the coupon code, and that will last for 12 hours and it will expire after 12 hours.
So in other words, Shay, they don't have to worry about dealing with that sale price and then doing that. If they just simply text the word what at checkout, that brings it to this new price that I just gave everybody. Yes. Wow. Interesting. See how fast she did that too? And what's crazy, y'all, this same system that we use, we give it to y'all, right? Our coaching students get the same software that we use. So one more time, really slowly, in case if you missed it, our normal one-on-one coaching, guys, is $7,500, and it flies off the shelf even at that price because it's worth every penny. But in 2025, we dropped it to $4,997. Just call it $5,000. But today, for 12 hours, I gave another $475 for anybody that buys it on my brother's birthday, which is today. Okay? I should have told Shay like 8 hours, but I'll be generous because I want this as a one-day sale.
I did 12. I mean, I can edit
it. It's perfect.
Okay.
So, and plus you did it. So I'm like Walmart. If you see it that way, I got to give it to you that way. Right? So I hope somebody appreciates that. And again, the coupon code for the super sale, I just called it that, is the word what? WHAT.
What?
Okay. So we'll move on from that. All right. Somebody says thanks. And are you one of the brothers? Ayo Fasano. I'm probably saying that right. Mr. Fasano, are you one of the brothers I spoke to yesterday? Let me know in the chat. That name looks really familiar. I spoke to so many people this week on discovery calls because a lot of y'all are just really interested in this. Thank y'all so much for that. I appreciate it. But the Fasano family, let me know last time if that's one of the brothers, and then we'll take another question. Shay?
Yeah, so the next question is on the business side of both non and for-profit. What type of business insurances do you have
general liability policy?
General liability policy.
Dr. J, that was one of the first mistakes that I made in this by not being insured. So that cost me a pretty penny, you guys, and I got the proof to show you, right? The Channel 8 News, the $40,000 lawsuit, all of that stuff, y'all. You want to make sure that you get a general liability policy. And under my coaching, depending on where you live at, I'm going to give it to you, right? In terms of who you're to call, because our representative covers a few different states like Florida, Georgia, Texas. Outside of that, we're just going to give you the information of what you need to ask for, right? But under my coaching, it depends on what city you're in. I'm going to give you the lady. Right. So there is no explaining what we do. She know it. Because most of y'all problem is you don't know how to explain this. You don't know what to call it.
Yeah.
And that gets you in the wrong category and it'll send you down a rabbit hole. So great question, Dr. Jordan. You need a general liability policy.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't care where you live at. People love to sue you for whatever. It could be an absolute lie. One thing I learned in business about a lawsuit, it don't have to be true, y'all. You can just lie on somebody. It's up to them to prove it right. Okay? So don't let that happen to you all. Great question, Dr. Jordan. Okay? And yes, that was that brother. I thought so. Hey, so brothers, I hope both of y'all are together. Did you hear the extra deal that I just gave on top of what I'm already giving?
Mm-hmm.
You guys were ready to buy it yesterday, and I'm glad you did it, because today you save another $475. So big shout out to the two brothers that's going in together to do this. Super excited for you all. Robin Grant spoke to her yesterday. There's another one. Robin says, thank you for taking the time to speak with me yesterday. I learned a lot and cannot wait to get started. Exactly. I talked to Robin. Guys, if you're wondering, how did Robin talk to me? She watched the webinar. My team saw it, and then we sent her a link to talk to me. Now, she got real lucky. She was actually going to be pushed away the next week, but somebody canceled on me yesterday. My assistant, Jess, slid her right in, answered all her questions, and now she's ready to make a decision.
Correct.
And also for you, Miss Robin, did you hear what I just gave away today? Because you also was going to buy it at the $4,997 with the 25%. If you buy it now within the next 12 hours, I give you another $475 off. I hope you heard that. Okay? I'm done. Let's go.
Give me 2 seconds because I'm actually looking up something.
Okay. I can jump back in the chat real quick. Let me see. And guys, just keep the questions coming. And I'll keep the picture scrolling as well. Do you guys run background checks? I'll be honest, I do not. In the beginning, I did. I spent a lot of useless money. So today we get the background from the social worker and the case manager. But watch this, Christy. I tell everybody, you do whatever it is to make you feel safe to bring in somebody. So if you say, Derek, I'm doing a background check, bro. Well, I hope you find a way that's free, because there are free ways to do it. I just understand now, being in it, that if I talk to 15 people today, probably 11 of them are not going to be a good fit. So I'm not running 15 background checks for 11 people that'll never meet my criteria.
That's a lot.
So we teach you guys to use something that's called a psychosocial. Every person that comes from a hospital, mental health hospital, substance abuse, from a hospital, they come with this thing that covers the whole background: jail history, aggression, hospital history, and it's called a psychosocial. That gives their whole background. Ask for it when you are interviewing Tyrone or Bradley. Say, Mr. Social Worker, can you give me his psychosocial? They'll know exactly what you're talking about. Shay?
And remember, the hospital will ask for the client to release release from the client, and as well as you making a signature online for that too, in order to obtain that.
Okay.
Yep. So just want to give that. So the next question is, I'm not financially inclined to afford the coaching. What does the DIY package look like that you have available?
The DIY coaching has everything except me, right? So if some of y'all can do it now, we'll go to the website now, forstonconsultants.com/products and services. I make it real easy. I have two coaching styles. One-on-one, I hold your hand, you become family. Or DIY, Derek, I can do it on my own. And what's so cool about both packages, we build your website because we own the digital marketing company. Your CRM system, we give it to you. Your phone line, we give it to you. All the paperwork, documents, that lawsuit I went through, 7 years ago, that cost me 40 grand and 8 grand to build the paperwork, I give you the paperwork. So watch this really slowly because I'm talking fast. Guys, the paperwork that I had built from my lawyer that cost me $8,000, I give y'all that same paperwork. You just put your business name on it now.
Yeah.
Because remember, my whole coaching style, I don't want you to make mistakes. So why coach you and then make you go and find the paperwork, or you go hire a lawyer? You just told me you can't afford it. So I make it easy. I give you my $8,000 worth of paperwork. I give you the word scripts, the phone scripts, the email scripts. Because somebody's thinking, Derek, what do I say to these people? I give it to you. And I'm going to tell you today how that sounds. Are you a social worker or a case manager looking for clean, affordable housing for your clients the day of discharge? Give us a call at Randall Solutions. Just like that. And I got 50,000 of those scripts in my head because I've been saying it for 8 years. Are you a military veteran? Are you an elderly adult? Are you somebody that has a job but can't afford the first, last, and security? And if you don't mind a shared living environment, give us a call at Randall Enterprise.
Come on, preacher.
See how that sounds, y'all? This isn't rocket science. You just need the coaching. And I got it. God has blessed me, y'all. Remember the 60 pounds I lost? Remember the 2 years it took me to get it right? Remember the $40,000 lawsuit and the Channel 8 news that I made? Now when I'm on the news, y'all, they're celebrating us. But back in the day, Derek Forston trying to help people, blah, 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 blah. Doing it the wrong way. Now today, Derek Forston and Second Chance Housing is changing lives into the community through his shared housing.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying on the news now. Does that make sense, everybody? Back in the chat, because I'll just start running my mouth again, okay? Great questions, too. Christian said, yes, ma'am, he's preaching to me. Miss Shay, what is the name of your nonprofit, Miss Shay? That's the question.
Angela Denise Foundation. Angela Denise Foundation.
Where did it come from and why did you name it that?
Are we going to do that today?
We can, just to give value to the people because somebody want to know.
So the Angela
In fact, hold it. Ebony Do Nails was a super big help to me, and I want to shout her out individually. We were on TikTok yesterday for probably an hour and a half, and she was helping me write all of this stuff in the chat that normally I repeat 50,000 times. So Ebony Do Nails, thank you very much. Put in the chat where you live at, Ebony. And if you do nails, let's shout that out too. Because I just want to say thank you for what you did for me. You helped a lot of people.
I have a question.
Corey did something too, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But Ebony, you helped a lot of people get the information, and that's why they're here today. So I appreciate that.
Can
Shay?
we send that gift to Ebony?
I'm sorry?
Can we send that gift to Ebony?
What gift?
The one that we were supposed to send out last week and nobody moved, so we
I don't know what you're talking about, but Ebony can absolutely get it. Yeah,
Ebony,
I don't even know.
Let's make sure we have your address. We're gonna mail you something. I'll tell you when I'll text you because Derek doesn't even know, but I know what I'm sending.
I'm thinking of two things that I could be wrong, but one is the bottle and one is the frames.
The frames.
Boom, done deal.
Yep.
Done deal.
I think
I showed them earlier.
Ebony, you are getting some
brand new in the box,
brand new glasses,
Bluetooth, and all you got to do is just say, "Hey, I got these from here," and just send my link to somebody.
Ebony, we're gonna send that to you. So let me make sure I connect.
And now, Ebony, you're gonna have these glasses. Because listen, now these ain't yours, but look, you have these on, listening to me, while people think you working at work, or at the amusement park, or wherever. I got the sunglasses like these too, y'all. They're all Bluetooth. So if you want to support me by any way, I got a TikTok shop. Y'all can go and get these things for under $20.
Yeah, let's send
look
them
like
to
Ray-Bans.
Let's send them to
Bluetooth. Ebony, you just won that.
Yep, we're gonna send them.
Send us your address and your full first and last name to that phone number scrolling below.
Text it to that phone number so we can send it to you.
Thank you, Shay. Shay did that herself. So good stuff.
Yeah, I remember that nobody moved, so we didn't do it. So I wanted to make sure somebody gets it. So the nonprofit, let's get back to that. The Angela Denise Foundation is named in the memory of my mom, Angela Denise Proctor, who passed away in 2013. Of battling lung cancer. My mom was always an advocate for helping those.
Never smoked a day in her life.
Never
say that. Because when people hear lung cancer, they think, "Oh, she was a smoker." Never smoked a day in her life.
Didn't smoke.
That's why that would hurt so bad, y'all.
Yeah, my mom didn't smoke. She didn't drink. Okay. None of that. Yeah. She was, my auntie used to call her a square from Delaware. My auntie said, "You're square from Delaware." But yeah, that's a family joke because my mom was like, she didn't party.
Thank you, Dr. Jordan. I appreciate that.
It's amazing though.
Yeah.
So just being able to expand and keep the memory going forward of doing the things that she used to do. At no given time was there ever, we had all sorts of people that lived with us. To this day, I still have my adopted brother who lives in Atlanta, actually, that I am in contact with all the days of pretty much often. But she took him in when he was like 16. So it was always me seeing my mom taking other people. And that was something that I saw growing up. And I wanted to expand that. I wanted to do this. So when Derek started doing the housing aspect, it just hit me. It was like, whoa, like this is what your mom did. And it was just like, let's do it. Let's do it in honor of her because you've seen it done so much. And let's add some other pieces onto it. Let's meet needs wherever we can. So that's the Angela Denise Foundation.
Good stuff. Thank you so much for sharing that, Shay.
Absolutely.
I want to answer a question really quick before I go back in the chat, because this is a part of it.
Yeah.
We house a lot of different populations, y'all, but just quite frankly, we talk about these probably the most. So military veterans, elderly adults, teenagers aging from the foster care system, and women that have been through domestic violence. And the only one that I kind of give a whole little lecture on, and I did that last Monday, last Saturday, and I did it on TikTok. If you don't have the patience, if you don't have the time, stay away from those teens aging from the foster care system. Yeah. That's a vulnerable population. And if you don't have the time or patience, you will do them more of a disservice. So I don't want you dealing with that crowd if you don't have the time, patience, and maybe the experience. All the other ones, you can grow with it. But I don't want y'all to play with these children that are, even though they're 18, they've been raised the wrong way. They've been raised by drug-addicted parents, so they're not good kids either. So if you got 8 kids yourself, you got 3 entrepreneurship type things going on, you got 2 jobs, a spouse, and 3 puppies, don't mess with these children. You too busy.
Yeah. Ask
the pastor that I taught this to that said, Derek, my heart is for the young. Derek, I want to house the teenagers from the foster care system. He stayed in it all of 6 weeks and ran out of it. Yeah. Because I told him, sir, you too busy for this. It sounds great by ear, but you too busy. You got a family. You got a church congregation. You got 3 businesses. You got children. How you gonna run this thing, and this population needs so much care still? No fault of their own, though. It's because they were raised by usually bad parents that was addicted to drugs and that abused them. So the product of that, the children, are not so great. So if you got a short temper, you super busy, you want to travel every weekend, that population won't work for you. So I get a little strong there. Notice I got a little strong, because I've seen people get into it and do these populations more of a disservice. I love my military veterans. I love the elderly adults. I love the working individual, because they don't need nothing from me, because I'm busy today. So I coach you guys to house people according to your lifestyle, but also according to what the community is dictating what the need is.
Yeah.
5 of y'all put in the chat, Derek, that makes sense after hearing you say that, bro. Just give me 5 of y'all, because somebody's going to get offended when they hear that and think, well, Derek said, don't house the teenagers from the foster care system. No, I didn't. I said, if you're not patient, if you're not meek and mild yourself, and you got a lot of time on your hands, again, just be careful with that population.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Next question. And then I'm going to break down this right here, because this is what a lot of people want to see.
I want to share this really quickly. So anyone that is looking to go with us with the third party financing company, whether it's Klarna or Afterpay, make sure you send us your address so that we can upload it in our system, because if your address is not in our system, they will put a hold on your
you can't apply for the financing.
You can apply for it, but it will say incomplete and it will not register. We have to have your full address in our system, and it has to be the exact same address that you give Klarna or Afterpay. If it's not, I just wanted to make that, because I see somebody tried to do something just now and it's saying incomplete. So text your address to the phone number that's going below so that we can complete your profile in our system. And that's how you'll get the immediate approval. We have to have your address. Okay. So maybe what we need to do, Derek, is do a form that says, if you're looking for financing, maybe add that address.
Because if you don't have your address, like Shay said, it'll say like incomplete and won't allow you to move any further. But every time somebody texts Derek, it's asking for my address. Right. We put in the address, boom, we go straight through.
Yep. So we just need that on file. So if you are looking at doing the third party financing, text us your address so we can complete your profile in our system. So I just wanted to share that. Someone asked about wraparound services. I'm looking for it. I lost it. Oh, here we go. Hey, you keep knocking my stuff down. Here we go. Are you partnered with other organizations that provide wraparound services? Yes, we are.
We must, because remember,
So,
we're
yeah,
independent and we don't do that.
Yep.
So,
So the goal is to make sure that you have partners in the community. So that way you can be who you are, right? The housing. That's it. That's all you want to be is housing, provide housing. You don't want to be case management. You don't want to be, the social service provider. You don't want to be the transportation company. You don't want to be any of that. You want to be the housing provider. And then the partners come in and provide those services. We make it to where case managers and social workers have access to come in and render services. All of our houses have a dedicated caseworker area where they can go and visit and meet with their resident or the client. So that is something that we truly advocate for. And yes, we currently do work with a lot of people. Like next week, Saturday, Derek, we won't be live because we'll be at an event with other service providers that we partner with. So yes, you do want to have those partnerships. You already answered the question about background checks. I'm looking.
How do you protect the property when you're housing women that are from domestic violence? You don't give the address.
Exactly. Yep.
Right. So every one of my houses, Miss Williams, I freely give that address to, depending on who you are, social workers, right, case managers, maybe the individual, just depends, right? But I never, if we're housing women that are under what they call DV or escaping domestic violence, correct, we don't give that address. That address is not even advertised on my website. So if you went to my website, I show you all of these properties, that one that houses the DV women, it ain't even on there. You just got to know about it. It's kind of like that secret club that you got to be invited to, right? So great question, but that's how we do it, by not giving the address and not advertising it like we do all the other ones.
Yep.
Shay may want to go further, but that's one of the biggest ones.
That's it. Because that's exactly how I operated. That's how I operate my houses for women that have been, human sex trafficking. We do not share the information. You can't visit those houses. The only people that are aware of those houses are the programs that they're working with or coming from. And that's it. Yep. Nobody else. Nobody else. You can't visit them. You can't see them. You don't even know where they are. No, you can't.
Let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. If you've ever imagined of starting your own housing program, there is no reason that after we're done here tonight that you shouldn't go to forstonconsultants.com/webinars and watch the webinar, guys, because a lot of you have wanted to start a group home or traditional assisted living facility, but that stuff takes license. It takes a lot of time to open. There's a lot of red tape to jump through. You have to ask for permission. We teach you guys how to open an ILF, an independent living facility, where you can house the homeless, displaced adults, or anybody that has a guaranteed income, and it doesn't require a license, and you don't have to own the property. Make sure you watch that free webinar at forstonconsultants.com/webinars, and then set up a free strategy call so that me and my team can get you started. Let's get back to the show. All right, let's do it. Again, thank y'all so much for being here. I super appreciate it. You guys have a lot of choices of where you could be, but y'all chose to be here, and I appreciate that. I want to make one quick announcement. I've seen a lot of people subscribe to our Facebook group, and it's called the ILF Academy. But guys, there's an old one, and I see a lot of y'all are subscribing to the old one, and you're waiting on to be let in. That's not the real one. That one don't even have a picture, and I wish I could delete it, but Facebook won't let me. So there's about 37 of y'all, and Camille, I think I seen you over there. That's not the ILF Academy if there's no picture on it. If it's just words, that's not us. If it's only got like 30 people in it, that's not us. The ILF Academy has over 1,000 people in it now. So make sure you guys are finding the correct ILF Academy. And it's an old dude holding a sign saying, I need housing. I think, no, he says, I have SSI. So if you're not finding that picture with the old dude holding the sign that says, I have SSI, I need housing, that's not it. If it's only words, that's not it. Okay. So question says from G Love, what is your criteria for residents? Must be independent, must be able to cook your own bologna sandwich, take your own medications, and provide your own transportation. That's the model and the criteria for people that live in my place. If you can't bathe yourself and can't cook your own bologna sandwich and need me to give you medication and reminders and
right.
So again, this is the opposite of an ALF. An ALF, you got to bathe those folks. You got to drive them around. You got to administer medication. Those are the three things. In fact, G-Love, if you want to write this down or just listen real good, watch this. The three things that get people in trouble when they're trying to start something like this, they're trying to feed people, they're trying to give out medication management, and they're trying to drive people around. These are, out of those three, two of those services I may start later on as a separate business. One is transportation, but Derek, ain't driving these people around. My insurance don't cover it. And remember, my guys are independent. They either take the bus system, they either walk. I'll admit, watch this. Here's some other free coaching. When I first started this, y'all, one of my houses in the beginning wasn't around nothing. Right. So I went to the pawn shop and bought everybody a bicycle. They thought I was the greatest thing since sliced bread, y'all. What a genius idea. Wow. So even to today, I still do stuff like that. But now it's on, instead of the pawn shop, I go to Facebook. Do you have an unwanted bicycle? I have 5 people that we've taken from homeless to hopeful, and they need some transportation. If you want to be a blessing to my program, DM me. Some of y'all say, Derek, that's genius, bro. I would have never thought of that. Guys, I've been doing this a long time, so we think of a lot of things to help people. Can you imagine getting 5 free bicycles and now making that a part of your program? In fact, I'm finna rebrand that, actually. I just gave myself an idea all over, and I'm gonna let y'all steal it. Listen to me brainstorm this out loud and let you hear it. When you guys start this, can you imagine posting on your Instagram and Facebook that you're looking for 5 gently used bicycles to be able to help your people with transportation and to get around town? Boy, that's genius. Lord have mercy. Can y'all imagine what my one-on-one coaching is like if I give it to y'all like this on this YouTube channel? Right. So I'm gonna check the chat. Let me see. ALF have to be licensed in Texas. Yes, ALF got to be licensed everywhere. And ILF does not. And ILF doesn't require any license because we're not providing any other service. Right? So I agree. ALF, that requires a license everywhere. But in ILF, I don't need permission from my state or my city. I just go start it. The only requirement is a love for God, love for people, some patience. And if you love real estate, ding, 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 ding. You just hit the absolute jackpot. Okay? Next question. How do you collect payments from your tenants? Years ago, by hand. Today, because of the system we give y'all, we collect it automatically. We suck it from their bank account. Okay? So we use Stripe as a payment processor, but through Digital Flow Solutions, which is what we use. Somebody type in the chat, digitalflowsolutions.net. That's our website, CRM, phone system, automations, funnels. Get rid of MailChimp because it has it already. Get rid of your DocuSign. It's got that already. And 1,000 other things. So Digital Flow Solutions, guys, is an all-in-one platform to run any business from A to Z. I don't care if you're a mechanic, you fry chicken, you have a daycare, if you're a consultant, or you house the homeless. Digital Flow Solutions can absolutely do that for you. So that's how we collect our payments. But years ago, ATM, ride around with a bunch of money. Today, I'll admit, I'm too busy for that. And also looks unprofessional.
It looks terrible. I'd
rather just swipe it from their account. That way, nobody's got to remember it, and nobody's dodging me on rent day. Make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
Back on you, Michelle.
Just for I'm actually in the old group right now.
Dr. Jordan said that she just purchased her frames, man. Big shout out to Dr. Jordan.
Yes, Dr. Jordan.
And Doc, when you get them, just take a picture for me and say, boy, I know y'all like these glasses, but I can talk on the phone with these. I can listen to music. I can listen to Derek on YouTube, and my boss think I'm at my desk working. Now, don't wear the dark ones now if you're trying to go to work. You want to wear the clear frames while you at work. Okay?
And turn it down because they could be a little loud now.
Turn the volume down.
Volume. Don't get
and the way you turn them on, just a quick lesson. There's 2 internal buttons that you can't see, but if you hold it, let me see if y'all can hear it.
Power on.
Did y'all hear that say power on? Pairing. Now I go to my phone, hit whatever, and I'm jamming. The other day, y'all, I was in Walmart, and this lady was walking towards me. Me, dummy me. I thought she recognized me from YouTube, y'all. Thought I had a little fame going on. She was like, oh my God. I said, hey, you know me from YouTube? She was like, I ain't talking to you, sir. I'm on the phone.
Wait. That's what you did.
She said, hey. No. I said, hey, how you doing? You know me from YouTube? Because y'all, I get that now, actually.
It's funny.
Y'all, she wasn't talking to me. She was on the phone.
That's what you
Anyway,
get.
Dr.
So,
Jordan, I appreciate that. Back on you, Shay.
Just really quickly, for those 20 plus people that were in that old queue, I'm actually declining your access, but I'm sending you a DM with the new link.
Perfect.
So that you can access the new group. So
somebody said where to get the frames at. Help me out, Dr. Jordan. So at my TikTok shop, so I'm on TikTok like crazy, y'all. They allow me to have this thing called a shop or something. I don't even know where it's called. But watch this. Because of 98% of people that follow me are women, even when you get in there, I got dresses, women jeans, fajas, girdles, everything that women like is in my shop. Tote bags, purses, electronics, video cameras. So just go to my TikTok shop, have a great time. And if you want to support me, go buy something. Or if you see something that you can just fit your family or fit you, support yourself and buy it. I'd appreciate it. But yeah. So back in the chat.
I wish Derek would have told me this earlier, that this was like this.
Yeah, there's like probably 30 people there that's been trying to get in, waiting on an approval. And that's not even the real group.
Well, I'm going to actually hide that group altogether because it won't even be able to be searched. So I'll fix that in a minute.
Let me see.
He doesn't tell the tech person.
I'm looking for questions in the chat, y'all. So if I missed your question, go ahead and just retype it freshly. And let me see. I think I answered a lot of this stuff already, though. Let me see. I'm going all the way back to the top now, you guys.
There we go. Oh, I thought I was.
Oh, also, let me explain this too, because a lot of you guys are asking about the coaching, and some of y'all just came on. So I just gave another stupid, crazy deal. Our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, has always been $7,500. Well, actually, at one point it was 15 grand. Mm-hmm. Then it went to 7,500. But for the whole year of 2025, it's on sale for 4,997. So 5 grand, just about. I take care of the tax. So when you guys are kind of concerned or want to know what's involved with it, I want to go through that actually right now. So now today, with the coupon code Otis, OTIS, there's 25% off. But we gave something super special a little while ago that if you want an even deeper discount, meaning that if you purchase this today in the next 12 hours, I gave another $475 off.
That's for the one-on-one.
And that's for the one-on-one coaching. Yeah. This is only for the one-on-one. Now, the DIY, you still get the 25% off. But the one-on-one, I'm giving the 25 and I'm giving an extra $475. And all you do is text the phrase what? WHAT in the coupon code box. God, that drops it down another $475. So if you're somebody that's just joined us, or if you're like the two brothers that joined today, and also my other sister that was going to buy this yesterday, guys, today is a better day because for the next 12 hours, for people that do what we call move at the speed of instruction, and you buy to my brother's birthday, I'm giving you another $475 off. And watch this. This is what's involved with our one-on-one coaching. The digital marketing services, the ILF contents, the HRA contents, which is probably most important for most of y'all, housing referral agent. That allows you to get started tomorrow, whether you have a house or not. To run an ILF yourself, you got to have a house. But to run an HRA, you need a cell phone and an internet connection. And you can make money the next day you watch those videos. But watch this. With my one-on-one coaching, your logo creation is on me. Your website build out and design is on me. I pay for it for you. My digital marketing team builds it with your direction. The coaching from me and my beautiful wife, that's the main thing because you get us in your back pocket.
Yeah.
Every ebook, every curriculum that I've ever written, you guys get it. The ILF 101 course, you get it. The HRA Business in a Box, you get it. And guys, remember, Some of y'all don't even know about the HRA, but watch this. 95% of people that come to us want my one-on-one coaching. I get it. But guys, I'll admit the HRA that's inside of both of the coaching packages is the most powerful product that we'll ever have. The HRA allows you guys to get started without owning the property or leasing or renting it. All you need is a cell phone and the willingness to tell people that you offer housing. Now, when you get the phone call, you make a referral out to people that already have the real estate.
Yeah.
And now you make a referral fee. I got a 14-minute video that explains it all. Text HRA right now to the phone number scrolling below, and it'll give it to you. Text HRA to 407-326-0086. It gives you that whole thing, guys, the webinar by itself.
Yeah.
14 minutes long, it'll change your life. The HRA contents, meaning the email scripts, the phone scripts, the SOPs of how to do it. Guys, I leave no stone unturned. I always tell people, under my coaching, if you fail, it's because you didn't want it bad enough.
My goodness.
Because between God, me, my wife, and my team, guys, we are unbeatable. We got the sauce, as these young kids call it now. So if you don't succeed in this, you wasn't trying hard enough, in my opinion. Because how can you fail when right now my coaching is in 38 states and we oversee coaching to 450 ILFs throughout 38 states?
Yeah.
What makes you different that when you get in it, it don't work all of a sudden? The devil is a liar. So I speak against right now any mental distractions or anything that'll stop you and make you think, well, man, I wonder if I can do this. Yes, you can.
Got to be willing to put the work in.
It's biblical, first of all, because we're helping people. We're being involved in real estate, which creates generational wealth, and how we can build the kingdom and how you can be the answer to affordable housing in your city. All of this stuff is involved in this package, y'all. Right here, I'll admit, a lot of y'all buying this book this week by itself. I'll admit, why would you pay $100 for this book when you can get the DIY right now for like $370, which has every book, every curriculum, every course, all the paperwork, and we build your website. Y'all forget that we build your website. So if I told you nothing else but your website build out in one of these books, that's worth the price of the DIY by itself. But remember, we're talking about the one-on-one coaching. Every ebook, every curriculum, every course I've ever created, you guys get it. Yeah. In fact, my newest book that's not even on here, you get that. It's called How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. I talked to y'all about that $40,000 lawsuit and the Channel 8 news and how do you avoid it. I don't want y'all on the news unless they're celebrating you. You are not allowed to be on the news under my culture for bad stuff. Only when they're celebrating you. Somebody type in the chat, I want to be celebrated on the Channel 8 news, not in a bad way. And watch this. Even though I don't want you giving out medications, I want you to understand them. So I give you all the most commonly used medications per diagnosis.
Yeah. And
the virtual assistant, because we own the staffing agency in the Philippines, I give you the virtual assistant for free. You just got to pay the VA. But to vet, to train, and endorse that VA, that's usually about $797, $800, right? It's on my website at va101.co. But with my coaching, either one of these packages, I give you the VA for free. Lord have mercy. Can y'all see how much I want you to succeed the way my coaching is built? The way that we give you everything in terms of the back end of it? Can y'all see that? And then every community that we have for the VAs, for the HRA, and for the one-on-one coaching, you guys get it. And again, for $4,997 plus 25% off, how can you beat that?
Yeah. And
then if you buy it within 12 hours of now, you get an extra $475 off by texting the word WHAT, WHAT, at the coupon code box at checkout. Mm-hmm. And as y'all can see right here, that was a special gift that I was actually even doing that time. That price was always $7,500, y'all. But for this year, $4,997. Now you add the coupon code, or if you're real smart, just text the word WHAT. Now, if you say, well, dang, dude, boy, I can't buy it by the day or tomorrow. Well, you still fall into at least Tuesday of next week. That way you still get the co-founders day sale. I'm just blessing y'all for anybody to buy it today. Prime example, I expect for them two brothers that spoke to me yesterday, they should probably get this today. because they were finna get it yesterday. They told my team either yesterday or today that they was gonna buy it. I'm so glad y'all here, because now you save another $475. Shout me out in the chat if you're still here. Okay, so that's the coaching. I'm still going to answer more questions, but that's the coaching that and how it works, and we customize it to you in this one-on-one coaching. Make sense, everybody? So I'm going back in the chat.
And I'm actually updating the addresses.
The DIY coupon code is not what? It's actually Otis DIY. So OTIS DIY. That's how you get the coupon code for the
that's
DIY.
And you enter that coupon code at checkout.
At checkout.
Yeah. So you don't text it. Somebody text
text it.
Don't text what. Go to checkout under the ILF Mastery Blueprint and type in what as the coupon code at checkout. So Satina, I actually just updated your address in the system, so you can go ahead and do that.
And Satina, to answer your question, quite frankly, and it's funny, but half of the people that buy the DIY, they always upgrade.
Yeah.
That DIY is great, but there is nothing like having me in your back pocket. And that's what most people want, because my one-on-one people, they got Shay and I phone number. That DIY, you can't call me. Now there is this other thing that we did,
and
that's a $47 upgrade a month to be in the VIP community with the one-on-one people. And you guys will get an automated text message about that. We offer that to everybody. So very slowly again, all of my DIY people, again, we want to help y'all so much that we allow y'all to be in that same group as them for only $47 a month. So we meet every third Wednesday of the month, right? And then you can still text questions Monday through Friday. So how great is it that you got a DIY product, but you can still be a part of a group to text your questions Monday through Friday and then meet Derek and Shay every third Wednesday of the month. And I'll be honest, y'all, a lot of people say, Derek, I'm going to be honest, bro. The only reason why I'm buying this DIY, because I feel like I still get a part of you. I can't afford the big one, Derek. But if you're going to do all of that stuff you said for that $497 plus the 25% off, and then you still gonna allow me to upgrade for $47 a month to be in this VIP community, Derek? Yeah, I'm on that. And Derek, I get that paperwork right? Yep. You're gonna be on my website, right, Derek? Yep. So I tell you guys, there was no difference from my DIY and one-on-one other than you don't get me in your back pocket. My one-on-one people, they got my phone number. They can call me 10 times a day, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And then I tell all my one-on-one people, we should be meeting every 2 weeks for the rest of your life. Those are set sessions. But outside of your set sessions, if you're in the middle of Walmart and talk about, man, should I buy the green comforter or the blue one? Just call me. That's not an appointment. I'm your brother. You just call me at that point. So Satina, that's why a lot of people really like the DIY too, because they feel like they can still get a little bit of me, but not like that phone number, like, hey, call me. Okay. So I also tell people, depending on what your learning style is, that's how you're going to choose your coaching package. Prime example. I'll admit I made it, so I know it's great, but I'll be honest, I don't want your DIY. If I can't pick the phone up to call you, I don't want that. But watch this. That's my learning style. You may say, Derek, I don't need you to hold my hand, bro. Derek, you're going to be on my website, right? You're going to give me all the paperwork, all the coaching, all the ebooks, and Derek, I can still come to YouTube 3 days a week for free? Yeah. And if I want to, I can upgrade for $47. Derek, you keep your one-on-one coaching, bro. Give me that DIY. And I'm just honest enough to tell y'all, instead of just saying, yeah, buy the one-on-one. Now, trust me, I want all of y'all to get the one-on-one. But if finances are a problem, let that be the only reason why you don't get it. But other than that, Satina, over half the people that get the DIY, they always upgrade because they're going to still have questions. And what smart people do still, with your questions, you can still come to YouTube Monday, Tuesday, Saturday. So it's still perfect.
What I'll add to that, Derek, is a lot of times it's when you see that the DIY that upgrade into the full coaching is when they do even land their house, because they start seeing things, they need a little bit more in-depth guidance. Like they start doing assessments and they feel like they're not doing well in the assessments. Or once they start doing those assessments, they get nervous, right? And they don't pull the trigger, or they don't seal a deal.
And that's what most people pay for that upgrade. And
when they
we're
get
nice
nervous.
enough that we'll allow y'all to use what y'all paid already towards your new package.
Yep.
So we get that question all the time too. How can I get the DIY special for this week? By texting Otis DIY at checkout. And that's for the DIY.
You just text. Okay,
so when
Otis
you go
DIY.
to the DIY, so right now, guys, let's just do it together. I'm in no rush. Go to ForstonConsultants.com right now. And I'll slow it down. Once you get to ForstonConsultants.com, click the button that says products and services. I make it real easy. It's only two choices: one-on-one or DIY. Click on the DIY right now if you want that. Somebody click on the one-on-one coaching if you want that, like you're going to buy it. Now go to checkout, which you should be there, where you see the coupon code. Right now, somebody type in the word Otis for the one-on-one coaching and watch what happens. No. Or if you wanted that big sale that Shay did, type the word what. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, do what?
Shay gave y'all another sale.
That's for 12 hours.
So type the word what, W-A-T. That's for 12 hours where I'm giving an additional $475 off. So I want somebody to go and do it right now. And then if you're going to do the DIY, somebody type in the coupon code Otis, O-T-I-S, DIY. And watch how the price changes immediately. If I'm not wrong, right, Shay? It changes right before their eyes, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so one-on-one coaching, text the word what. That's going to give you the 25% off for Co-Founders Day and an extra $475 just because I want to be a nice guy today.
Yeah.
So I'm giving that, calling it move at the speed of instruction. Now, the 25% off, that goes all the way to Tuesday.
Right.
But the what word, that stops in 12 hours, probably in 11 hours now, because I've said that about an hour ago.
Yep.
Make sense, everybody? And thank you, Satina, for doing that. DIY coaching, you're going to text Otis DIY. For one-on-one coaching, you're going to text the word what. Thank you so much. Let me put that up top.
Yeah.
Thanks, Miss Satina. I appreciate that.
Yes.
So any other questions about the coaching? I want to make sure that we stay there because I don't want anybody to miss anything there. Here's a great question by Miss Williams, and I can tell that you're new to us because I always tell that story of those two women in their 70s that this is all they do. They said, Derek, I done got too old now, and I don't want no house, Derek, but God did put on my heart to help these people. And Derek, I saw your HRA webinar. I want to do that, Derek. Those women make between $300 and $900 a week simply from just using their cell phone, building relationships, and referring out to other people that already have the property. Because some of you right now, if this is the first time you heard me talk about it, you're lost. You should text, like right now, Miss Williams, if you're new to me and this concept, I would text HRA right now to 407-326-0086. And that's the number scrolling below the bottom of the screen right now. Text HRA.
Yeah.
Because that teaches you how to do this, what we do, and you never need property. You need a cell phone and a mouthpiece. And you can make $300 to $900 a week referring people to housing. When God blessed us with that one 2 years ago, we knew that was going to be the game changer for a lot of people. Because everybody can't just go out and rent or buy a house tomorrow. But all of y'all got a cell phone. Every one of y'all got a phone. And all y'all got an internet connection. Okay?
Yeah. So again, just confirm the coupon code for DIY.
I sure will.
Time.
In fact, I'm going to put it back on screen because somebody helped us put it up there. So for the DIY, Jovan, you're going to text Otis DIY at the coupon code. That drops it from $497 to like $374 or something. Really nice. So one more time, really slowly, for the DIY at a discount because of Co-Founders Week at checkout. And if you're smart, you just go there now and do it as I'm saying it so that when we're done here, you're not lost. So go to the website now, ForstonConsultants.com. And most of y'all, if you're in our system, you got the email already, probably twice today already. You got it yesterday because my team sent it.
And they're active links.
So DIY, for that product, you're going to type in the coupon code box, Otis DIY. For the one-on-one coaching, you're going to type the word what if you buy it in 12 hours. If not, and it take you to tomorrow or Tuesday, you just text the word Otis. because Otis is still give the 25%. The word what knocks off another $475. So if I were y'all, I would get it today. And definitely by Tuesday, because somebody share, you know this happens every time. Somebody gonna call Tuesday night, it's gonna be Wednesday morning, and somebody gonna say, I didn't know about that. Can I get the coupon code? So y'all, I'm please telling y'all to share this to other people. Share it to your personal page. Share it to a family member, a friend. Make sure that everybody knows about it. Okay? When are you going on tour? We're always on some kind of tour. I'm on kind of a tour right now, actually. My next speaking engagement is actually, I think in like Fort Lauderdale, but it's already a part of like this real estate group. So I can't like invite y'all. It's already a group. Yeah. But when we do it, say, hey guys, come to, then we'll do that. Or sometimes when we're invited somewhere to speak, Shay and I get our own room or conference room in that same place and say, hey guys, we're doing a breakout room at 3:00. Come see me today. So sometimes I'll do that. But when we get more information about that one in Fort Lauderdale, we'll absolutely give y'all more info on it.
Oh, I see what's happening.
Okay, so I'm going back in the chat.
So someone just texted Derek, and it looks like because of the, let me verify this. Interesting.
Samantha Thomas, that's Stella from TikTok. I just saw that. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everybody. Eb Nails, G Love, Satina, Corey, JB, Joe Coffee. Joe Coffee, did you also find a way to get it? Because I saw that you was also asking about the one-on-one coaching.
Yeah, something's up with this link. So give me a second.
Which one?
The what's not working. I don't know why. So give me a second.
Because also, we could just do regular invoices if that makes it easy.
Okay, it looks like, okay, I see what Josie was doing. Looks like they were trying to add the
and then one more thing I want to just bring up real quick while we're kind of still shuffling through that stuff. Right here is what I've showed some people, but I want to make sure that everybody sees what sustains our business and our company. So right here is how I show you guys the breakdown of what it kind of makes every month. So here's a real example. This is a 4-bed, 2-bath that's in Orlando, Florida. And I paid $1,800 for this house. But look at what comes in. And I'll admit some of the numbers are bigger than this, but just for even numbers, because I start at $740, that brings in $5,920, guys. And then $5,920 minus all of the things that I have to pay. And look at that first one, because I believe that that's the one that kind of sustains us. The tithe and offering. And watch this, guys. Even though it comes out to $592, which is my 10% tithe, I'm not petty, so I do round it up. So that's $600 the tithe. I still do offering, but that's not on there because tithe is mandatory. So I got to put that. Tithe, the rent, the insurance, the lights, the water, the Wi-Fi, that's my overhead. $2,882. But look at what the profit is. And this is why we tell people, man, most of y'all can get 2 of these houses and leave your job this year. Most of y'all don't make a bunch of money. Like, you know what I mean? Most of y'all are in that range where I was, or probably under 50 grand a year. Now, if you make more than that, no offense, and don't get all crazy on me, right? But most people statistically that come around us, they're in that 50 and under range. And quite frankly, most of them are in that 35 and under range. So that's why when I say most of y'all can get 2 of these houses and leave your job, I truly mean that. In fact, somebody's speaking faith right now in the chat and say, Derek, I desire to leave my job 6 to 9 months of meeting you, just like you said. Because that's a real statistic that we see a lot of, that people can leave their job, resign, not quit, but resign from your job, 6 to 9 months of meeting us. And for most of y'all, that starts today. So close your eyes and imagine, wow, Derek said in 6 months, that means April, that means May, June, July, August, September, October. Can you imagine by October being able to walk off your job, getting prepared for Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's that'll be coming up? Some of y'all need to imagine that. Type in the chat, I can imagine that. Because your dream that God put in your heart starts with, I can imagine that. And I ain't got to it yet, but I always say this about 5 times a night or a day when I'm on here. Most of y'all also don't procrastinate, Because procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. You can say ouch or you can say amen.
Say it again. Yep.
Procrastination is the arrogant assumption. Arrogant, guys, that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do. Big shout out to Katara. Katara actually got or had 2 jobs and has left one of them. In the same line of work that I used to do. Katara, tell the people, or if I'm lying, call me a liar in the chat, Katara. Did you not quit one of your jobs? And when will you, Katara, quit your next one? Excuse me, resign from your next one, not quit. And Katara, don't let me rush you. But speak in faith, when will you leave that place? Make sense, everybody? Like, you got to already say it. Like, there, I can imagine that. God, I want that. God, this is possible. Because all things are possible to those that believe.
Come on, sir.
Faith without works is dead.
Come on, sir.
So just like I said in that one video, I had to go and rent the house. And then I put the onus back on God and said, God, okay, I rented the place. I've advertised it.
Yeah.
Now bring the people, because God, I'm doing your will.
Yep.
God, don't make me pay this rent from my pocket. I should be paying the rent from the people that are living here, God. Don't make me drown. I left this job that you told me about. Yeah. See how I put it back on God? Faith without works is dead, and there's nothing wrong with you reminding God of his word, because he said that he'll take care of you, especially if you do his will and take care of his people. And the reason and how we get paid is right here, because another family asked that, the Brown family. Derry, how we get paid, bro, if they homeless? SSI, SSDI. That is a social security income they get every month without fail. But guess what's my favorite way to be paid? Community-funded programs. Community-based programs. That means that the guy Tyrone doesn't have any money to pay me. No SSI, no SSDI, no Uncle Joe, no mom, no dad, no Auntie Sally, none of that stuff. Right. But because he met certain criteria through the hospital gonna pay me. And if you join my TikTok little private subscription for like $3 a month, guys, I showed y'all the other day where I was picking up checks from the same place I worked at for 9 years. I now pick up checks on it because I'm housing their people. Lord have mercy. And one more time, procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do. And for most of y'all, he's told you to help people. For most of y'all, he gave you the idea to get into real estate to save your family. God was just so genius, y'all, how he merged it all together. Real estate, the love of God, and social services all mixed together. That's all this is, y'all. And it allows us now to be God's appointed people. And we call that just being a gap filler. Not gap from the mall, but gap, God's meaning GAP. People. Stands for what, Shay?
God's appointed people.
Okay.
And just so everybody knows, I did make the modification. So if you go to the website and click on the ILF Mastery Blueprint Scholarship or ILF Mastery Blueprint, you will indeed be able to enter the what coupon code, and it will fix. It's fixed. The other individual that said update their invoice, the invoice has been updated and sent to you. It will expire by the end of the day. Okay. Your invoice will expire. You will not be able to click that link and make a payment.
And if you miss it, just continue to tap into the 25% off for Co-Founders Week. Whoa. But that crazy sale, guys, that's got 12 hours on it. And a few of y'all said that you're going to get it now. I think Shane just maybe saw one. But again, to Tuesday.
Congratulations, because somebody just did it.
To Tuesday, the co-founder sale remains, but for 12 hours, probably 11 hours now, the stupid sale goes on. And you get that by texting the word what, WHAT, what. That takes an additional $475 off today and for the next 10 hours. Okay, I'm back in the chat. I have a property and I was getting ready to put a new tenant in it, but just found out about ILF. Lord have mercy, for such a time as this, LaShonda. God will direct your path. Now I have to get over the fear of getting started. Faith over fear. I love that. Big shout out to you, sis. LaShonda, not sure how soon that was when you said just now. Does that mean today, yesterday, or last week? Because for a lot of y'all found me on TikTok yesterday and this week. And remember, even though I'm probably going for an hour and a half here or 2 hours, I'm still going live on TikTok sometime today because I made a promise to myself that I do 7 days straight. Okay? So big shout out to you, Williams family. I'm going to say family because I want all of y'all to be involved in it. And now, sis, you just found your big brother. Shay, your sister now, right? So whether you want to go nonprofit, for-profit, and watch this, Miss Williams, I'm going to pick on you for 2 seconds, right? In a good way. You're somebody that I explained that you are already 50 to 60% further than most people I'll ever coach. And you should be saying, well, why, Derek? LaShonda, you already have the real estate. You have the piece to this whole puzzle that is the biggest headache for most of us because getting the people is easy. And most of y'all don't believe that. Getting the real estate is the hardest part about what this is. Mm-hmm. So LaShonda, if you have the real estate already, and let me know in the chat, is that a 4-bed, 2-bath, 3-bed, 2-bath? Is that a 1-bed, 1-bath? What is it? But I'll tell you right now, before you even type it, sis, you are 50 to 60% further than most people I'll ever teach because most people that I teach, they got to learn how to get the property, what to say, how to word it. Sis, if you got a property already, we expedite your coaching and you go past a bunch of people that I'm coaching right now because we didn't got to wait 3 months to get a house. You have it. So feel really good about that, LaShonda. In fact, right now, if you ain't a hater, congratulate Miss Williams right now in the chat. I want y'all to speak in faith and say, congratulations, LaShonda. Derek is your new brother. You got nothing to worry about. Because most people here, LaShonda, they know that already. You don't. I'm new to you. So I'm going to give you time to learn me. But I wouldn't miss that sale if I was you, though. But watch this. Most people in here know me. LaShonda, people should be congratulating you in the chat. I ain't even seen it yet. But if you guys are not a hater, y'all should be congratulating LaShonda right now because, again, she's 50% further than most of y'all I'll ever teach. Mm-hmm. She's already got the thing to make it work. Y'all hearing me be honest with y'all that getting the clients is easy. Dr. Jordan, getting the house to do it in is the headache.
Yeah.
How do you convince somebody to rent their house to put 8 people in it?
That's it.
Well, we do it. I teach it. And I got 38 states and over 450 ILFs that'll show you how we do it. So it's not impossible. And watch me be a little hard on you because you're my family now. Miss Williams, the only way you don't succeed at this is if you give up.
Yeah.
Period. Now watch this. Tell me where you live at, sis. What city, what state? Not to put you on the spotlight, but you my family now. And look at all these people congratulating you.
Yeah.
LaShonda, we can't let these people down. Especially not with me and Shay. Somebody please tell me if that makes sense. LaShonda, you cannot fail at this if you have us and you got the property already. Lord have mercy.
She has a property?
You ain't listening, Shay. She got a property.
Oh, no.
That's what I'm telling her. She's 50% further than most people I'll ever teach. Like Tia came to me with a property. Somebody else came with a property. Tiffany Walker came with a property. But 95% of y'all were just like me. Poor, couldn't figure it out, and had to rent a place. And watch this, because somebody's going to get that twisted. Don't be poor, ladies and gentlemen. Poor means passing over opportunities repeatedly. Some of y'all have heard this before, and you still passing it up.
You gonna make me leave.
But this time, you heard it from me. God-led people.
I'm leaving.
Say like that, I can tell. Poor means passing over opportunities repeatedly.
Yeah.
Now watch this. Be honest with yourself. Put in the chat right now if you've ever even thought about doing something like this. And we'll just say you passed it over, but put in the chat right now if you've ever thought about starting something like this. Because poor don't mean like you financially poor, you ain't got no money. Poor to me means that while I'm coaching, it means passing over opportunities repeatedly. And this is one of the opportunities, guys, that you just simply can't afford to pass up. My name is Derek Forston. I improved this entire message. I still got a little bit more to go.
Take a commercial. commercial break.
But I'm gonna take a commercial break and I'm gonna come right back.
But take a little bit of a lengthy commercial break.
Guess what? I warmed up my tea last time and never took a sip from it. So it's cold again. Somebody can recommend me a cup that just stay hot, but I gotta go downstairs and warm up the cup again. Y'all say a quick prayer to yourself and your family that by the time when I come back, has God already given you the decision of which way you're supposed to lean? Because one thing about us, I don't push you in either direction. But I tell you this, if you don't at least get the DIY, you're doing yourself a disservice and you almost disrespecting God because of it. It's too low, it's too affordable, it's payment plans on it, and you've been praying for this. And then the one-on-one coaching is stupid low, and I just gave another $475 off of it. So what I just did was I made a no excuse zone for most of y'all.
Yep.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, family? Have you ever imagined starting your own housing program? That's probably why you're here. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, like you're kind of getting right now, but in a more of a one-on-one setting, just you and I, that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. There's a number that they're scrolling below on this screen right now. If you text the word scholarship to that phone number, my team is going to get you some information. So first of all, I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for moving at the speed of instruction. We look forward to working with you. And again, this is only for people that desire our one-on-one coaching, which is designed to watch you succeed from going from a zero to a hero when it comes to information and knowing how to implement this independent living facility model without any mistakes. That's most important. So again, our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, there's a scholarship that's available for it that'll slice the price in half, which is also a no-brainer. So again, if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, but you thought you needed a license, you don't. You thought you had to be a nurse, you don't. You thought you had to own the property, you don't. Consider our ILF Mastery Blueprint, where we are going to take you to success and let God use you in your community, housing the homeless and the displaced. Let's get back to the show. I see a lot of you guys like that poor thing, right? I see that. Miss Patricia said, Derek, why are you reading my mail online?
Oh, no, that's what they say.
Somebody says, passing over opportunity. She said, yep, I'm using this one. Absolutely, guys, take it. Okay. I also got a page, very softly and slowly. I'm going to say this because I want y'all to follow it for inspiration. I got a page called Shots of Truth. It's called Shots of Truth.
Oh, you changed it.
It's strictly motivational stuff. That one thing that I just said, I posted that there. It's called Shots of Truth, and it's on TikTok. TikTok and X. The picture is a picture of a giraffe. And it's really only what I'm going to call a faceless page, and I only give inspiration. Prime example, I posted, I think yesterday, that you can't heal in the same environment that broke you. That's deep. Whether you agree or not.
Repeat
you can say ouch or amen.
Repeat that one more time.
You cannot heal in the same environment that broke you. That's powerful. I posted that. So if y'all want some shots of truth, follow that page over on TikTok. There is no pictures. There's no videos. It's just words. And most of them, when you read it, it'll punch you in the chest. A lot of it's going to be motivational. Some of it's encouraging, but some of it's also thought-provoking. Okay? So LaShawna just said in the chat, she said, Lord have mercy. I thought getting the clients was the hardest part. Too many of them. That's the easy part. Yeah. Getting the real estate to do it in, Miss Williams, is what stops most people from ever even getting started in this. Because see, sis, you blessed. Most of us got to go out and rent or buy this place. So rent or lease. Most people rent or lease. So when you come to me and you already have the property, I make sure that I tell you, God bless you, and you should feel great about where you're starting at. Because most people struggle getting the property.
Yeah.
So if you got the property, sis, game over, in my opinion. Okay. Dr. Jordan says, yes, I have the house, website, LLC, business phone, logo. Now I have the Forstons. I just need help with the people. You got it. And that's what we do. Okay. So go ahead and put in the chat, Dr. Jordan, what is your business name? Let's just go ahead and shout it out, promote it, advertise it. I believe in that. Okay. Yeah. You were not created to just exist. You were created to make a difference. That's actually on my page too. So maybe you got it from there. Maybe that's yours. I don't know. But follow Shots of Truth on TikTok for some motivation. I'd appreciate that. Shay had a different announcement. She was going to say something earlier.
I'm fixing, sir. Because I'm over here messing up everything.
LaShonda said that she's in Lithonia, Georgia. We coach a lot of people in Georgia. Macon, Georgia, and Warner Robins are two of my favorite areas in Georgia. We also like Valdosta, right? Fayetteville, right? I mean, not Fayetteville. I'm sorry. That's North Carolina. But we do have a lot of people. Atlanta's coming on really strong now from Georgia. Okay. And thank you all for repeating that in the chat, because I want people to see that. Poor means passing over opportunities repeatedly, right? Not per se that you ain't got no money in your pocket all the time. LaShonda says she has a 3-bed, 2-bath, and it's a 2-story home. Okay, no problems. Love that. What the house have to have? I think that's my sister from yesterday. Miss Jo, is that Josie? Miss Josie, is that you? She's in, if that's Miss Josie, she's from Kissimmee, but lives in, I think, the Tampa area. Josie, let me know if that's you in the chat. I want to shout you out. You and I spoke yesterday. It looks like you made a decision today, because I think you're the one that just bought it. Josie, let me know if that's you in the chat. Because even if it's you or not, I'm still going to answer that question. But please let me know if that's you, Josie, from yesterday. And I'll give you a couple of things that has to be in the house right now. And I'll start with like safety stuff. Fire extinguisher. Okay. Had a client almost burn my kitchen down about 5 years ago. What saved us? Fire extinguisher. Accidents happen, guys. Y'all can cook rice on the stove and forget about it too, right? It happens.
Let's give some huge congratulations and welcomes, because we've got several people that have moved at the speed of instruction while we have been here live. JC,
someone just takes
congratulations and welcome. Let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to get all of them. I can't get it to load. Yeah, Josie, congratulations and welcome to the ILF Mastery Blueprint family.
That was Josie being perfect. Yeah, I talked to her.
Cynthia, welcome to the family.
Good job. Good stuff.
Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family.
Good stuff. Josie, I'm so glad that you joined today. See what happened because you listened and joined today. Family. Because now you saved another $475. Great job. Great job. Richmond, Virginia, we're there too. We're in 38 states, guys, in terms of the coaching. I jokingly tell people, y'all can't name a state that we're not in. Somebody did it the other day, though.
Yeah.
Somebody said Washington, D.C. I'm not there. Somebody said Idaho. I'm not there in terms of our coaching.
Somebody actually texted our system and asked, can they do it in Indiana? We have people that are doing this in Gary, Indiana. Yeah, in Gary.
We have people in Gary.
Yeah, we have people in Gary, Indiana.
You should just join us and say that I just got here. What are y'all talking about? Prices and plans. So we're talking about our one-on-one coaching, which is always usually $7,500. But for the month, or excuse me, the year in 2025, we've dropped it to $4,997. And then I just gave a stupid today sale that if you text the word WHAT, W-H-A-T at checkout, that gives another $475 off. So again, if you go to forstonconsultants.com, and if you love God, love people, and love real estate, but never knew how to merge them all together, we teach independent living facilities, and nobody is better than us teaching it. I don't care who tell you what, because nobody's been through the social worker side and the other side of it like us. Nobody's had the lawsuits and the Channel 8 News like me. Okay? And I got the proof to show you.
He ain't lying.
Okay? So, and again, the paperwork that we give y'all with both of our packages, guys, cost me $8,000. Neither one of my packages are even $8,000, which to me is a cheat code. So right now, during our co-founders week, you can get either one of those for 25% off by texting the word Otis, O-T-I-S. That's my late brother that passed away. That's who we're honoring, O-T-I-S. And then if you want the DIY coaching, which is my do-it-yourself version, the coupon code for that one is Otis DIY. But that stupid sale that I just did and gave another incentive, you got to text the word WHAT to the coupon code box at checkout. And that literally does it. Okay. So I hope that helps. I'm gonna repeat that probably 50 more times because a lot of y'all just keep joining. But Shay, talk to me.
So Miss Sharon is the one that's in Indiana. She just mentioned, she just texted through our DFS system.
Sharon or Shannon?
Sharon.
Okay.
And said that she's also in Gary. So yeah, you
good stuff.
Yes, ma'am. We do have people in Gary.
And we got some major game players in Gary. So there's a lady that we do business with, right? Real estate. I share a real estate room with her. Her name is Adrienne Wells. A lot of people know her simply by, if I mention Gary, Indiana. She's changing lives in Gary through a different housing model, but also does this. So I would write that name down if I were you. Adrienne Wells, Wells. She does big things in Gary.
Gary Game Changers. That's the name of the company. Gary Game Changers.
Somebody says, I grew up there. Perfect. Work high school. Good stuff, Satina. Somebody says, Leslie, did you and I speak yesterday? I spoke to somebody from Michigan. Well, was that you, Leslie? Oh, wow. Joe Coffey was actually born in Gary. Good stuff. A lot of connections here, guys. I love that. Love that. I believe in this business model. I'm a DCW from 1993, a CNA from 1998, and a caregiver overall from 87. Good stuff. You're somebody that's made for this in terms of your makeup and your background, even though if you didn't have none of that, no problem. But the fact that you have all of that, you will be really good for this. So I hope you're considering, she said, no, that was not her. So I hope you're considering either getting the one-on-one coaching or the DIY. G Love says the DIY is still priced at $497. Didn't he say it was $3 something?
You gotta put in the coupon.
Put in that coupon code, G Love. And the coupon code is Otis, OTIS, DIY. And I'll stay right here until you're done because I'm in no rush today. It's 12 o'clock. I got a meeting, guys. I got a meeting today. Now, y'all know how much I love my accountant. Me and Shay both. But I hate the accountant meetings. I wish I could just send Shay and she wouldn't need me. But she said, babe, we both got to come. So our meeting with my accountant is sometime today, I think around 1:30. Yeah, and I need you to. But I'm going to be out way before that. But I'm just telling you. You need to choose your lunch. Hamburger and fries. It don't matter. Okay. Yeah, so I got that, have that today. But don't forget, guys, all of you that are following me on TikTok, I'm still going live there later on. Because I just promised myself, not nobody, not God, but I said, Derek, go live on TikTok for 7 days in a row. So guys, I'm on today make day 6. Sunday will be day 7. So if you're not following me on TikTok, please do that at Derek Forston. Also follow Shots of Truth, SHOT, Truth, both on X and TikTok for inspiration only. No videos, no talking, no funny memes. Just read an inspiration quote and go about your day. In fact, read 4 or 5 of them, right? So Shots of Truth, okay? I'm going to utilize my personal home to start co-living. Okay. Now, we don't recommend it that way, but I'm not against it, right? So if you feel safe, and my women, I ask y'all a lot of questions, but before y'all do that. So Leslie, you're not under my coaching, but I'll just kind of ask anyway, because I still care about you. Do you have a husband, brother, boo thing, or uncle that can kind of help you, or that lives in your house? Because I preferably don't want women to do this in the house they live in, right? Especially if you're gonna be housing men, or even women, really, to be honest with you. But if you say, well, Derek, it's only me in this big old 5-bed, 2-bath home, Derek, and I want to start here, no problem. Just make sure that you're safe and you got my coaching at least, so you know what to do. Okay. There's people texting the word scholarship. I'm not sure if you guys are here or just watching a replay, but that scholarship right now for this week, guys, does the same thing in terms of what this sale is doing this week. Okay. Dr. J says, can't wait till y'all come to North Carolina. Us too. Trust me, we coming. Do you have one in Lansing? I don't, but I got people there that we coach that do. Okay. Bryce Robertson, I'm also in North Carolina. Where are you located? We should connect. Absolutely. I love it when you guys connect on here and start working together, especially the one-on-one people. But if so many of you are getting that DIY, y'all merge together, man, and work together. Be a resource for each other. So again, one more time, put in the chat, where are you located? Somebody could be the answer to your housing needs in this room or the real estate that you may need, okay? I've been listening as I've been cleaning today, and I'm going to go back to the replay and take all of the notes. Good stuff, Miss Ebony. I appreciate that. Ebby Do Nails, appreciate that. You was super active yesterday with us. And Ebony is also the one getting the glasses, the Bluetooth shades.
Yep.
Yanni's giving me a big muscle sign and some congratulations. I think Yanni purchased either the DIY or was going to purchase it. I just can't remember.
I will check to see.
And guys, I think that's about it, because I'm not going to push this thing too far today, but I wanted to make sure I stayed around to answer all the questions about the coaching, to make sure that you guys got that coupon code, because I apologize. I went live for 2 hours on, I think it was Wednesday on TikTok. I didn't even know the coupon code, and I apologize for that. That's why I stayed extra today to make sure that you guys got it. So DSS, Dr. Jordan, love that. Divine Support Services. Okay. I love to abbreviate stuff. So as soon as I see it, I immediately go DSS. Okay. I'm scrolling up again really quick, and then I'm gonna probably get ready to close you guys out. Let me see. Passing. Oh, no. Got. Can somebody put that POUR acronym in there one more time for all of my new people? Because remember, Derek don't want you guys to be poor. But there's a meaning behind that, and I want somebody to help me again and put it in the chat. G Love, let me know before I go that you can see that price change immediately when you put in that coupon code. Because if not, I want you to call me a liar. So G Love, let me know that once you went to the checkout page and you entered that Otis DIY, that should have dropped that price to like $374 or $372 or something like that. Marsha's over there in West Palm. Got a lot of people down there in West Palm, Lehigh Acres, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Delray. Shay trying to book me on a trip to go to Delray. I've never been to Delray. Anybody ever been to Delray Beach? I never been there. Shay trying to drag me there. I want to make sure that is cool. Nice people, nice place. We go to vacation usually, guys, and we use this resort called Opal. OPAL, and we'll go anywhere that Opal has a place, because they just mwah. So if you're looking for a vacation, I don't own the place, I don't get no kickback, but Opal, and big shout out to my brother-in-law, man, Tim Mapp told me about Opal. My sister would love me to give her the credit, but it was my brother-in-law. Thank you, Tim. He might be on here actually, so thanks, Tim, man. I never forgot that, and every time we go somewhere, we use an Opal resort. So let me see. So
I'm going to answer one last question, and guys, I usually do not answer questions as they come through the text message thread. So please, for everybody that is in the chat, put them in the chat so that way we can post them on the screen so people can see them as well. How do you hold people accountable for following the rules of the house? Set expectations. That's
and the rules we give you, guys. Remember, all the paperwork comes from us, meaning your rules.
Yep. And you set expectations. Yep. I want to share something, Derek, because I told you I was going to do it. A lot of people ask us, how do you get complete strangers to live in a house together? What does that look like? How do you provide a cohesive housing? Like, what does that look like? How does that work? It's a grainy picture because I literally pulled it from my cameras. Yesterday we had electrician on property doing some work, and I just so happened to pop in because I had to give the electrician access to one of the rooms in the house because one of the residents was not there. So I get there in the middle of the ladies that were home. It's 7 women. This is the house that Derek is showing you. 7 women live here right now at the moment. This is a 5-bed, 3-bedroom house.
It wasn't always that, Shay. What was it?
It was a 4-bed, 3-bath.
And what did you do?
I transformed the formal dining room into an actual bedroom with closet.
Okay.
And now
and don't forget about that one picture that you want to show.
I have it up.
Okay.
So these women, amazing. So the picture that I'm getting ready to show you all consists of one of my residents that has been with me for 5 years, 2 residents that moved in last week, and another resident that moved in 3 weeks ago. I think she's been here for 2 weeks. She's been there for 2 weeks. And I'm sitting there because I was actually on a phone call And you'll see my back in the picture, but I was not, I expected, but I wasn't expecting it. Is that even the appropriate thing to say? But Derek, I'm going to share one of my screens so they can see this. But I want you to see what happens when you do an assessment correctly, when you are setting the right expectations in the home, when you are providing a safe living environment, and when everybody, and again, it's all a part of the assessment, right? I cannot just say put 15 people in a house and it's going to work out. You've got to assess accordingly. And this is what our assessment literally, oh, I can upload an image. Hold on, Derek. Oh, even better. They made some modifications to this. So I can actually upload the actual picture. I don't have to share my screen.
Okay, cool.
Boom.
You have to teach me that one.
It just showed me. I didn't realize. So this is my ladies, guys. This is at the house yesterday. It was a beautiful sight.
I want to make a point before she finishes. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to let you make the point, Shay. Shay, how did you and where did you get this picture from?
My camera.
Exactly.
From the security camera in the house.
Too, because I was going to say, Shay, why is it so blurry? But I forgot where you pulled it from.
I pulled it because I went into the system and I had to
because that was a question by the Robertson family.
Yeah, it was a screenshot of the actual video. And it blew my mind so much that when I came home last night, I told Derek, I said, God is doing something. And it's powerful because I had just got off the phone with two of the residents that were together, but not at the house. And they were testifying about their day and what God was doing in their day. And I had just left this site. So can you imagine how that made me feel? That one, by being obedient and providing and doing this, providing housing to these individuals, right? And then hearing the testimonies of the two residents that were out running errands and trying to get life sorted out, right? Getting access to things and the way God was opening doors for them, and providing them things for free. Like they had to get licenses and they had to go get documents and they were trying to get all of this stuff because one of the young ladies just relocated from a different state and now she's trying to get her bearings locally. And the other resident said, hey, I got you. Let's go. Let's do this together. I can guide you. And then hearing the conversation that they shared with me, that one of the ladies in this picture gave them advice to be able to go and do X, Y, and Z and pointed them in the direction to go and get other services. And it was mind blowing. And then hearing how everything for the two ladies that were out and about working on stuff, got everything done. And got more than what they expected.
Came home to dinner.
They came home with all sorts of stuff, right? Because of the direction and the information that the young lady in the blue gave to them before they left, right? Then I come into the house and I see this. So the one that's standing out with her arms stretched out had just warmed up soup. Zuppa Toscana, to be exact. And they told me it was my fault because I went and delivered a whole bunch of potatoes. So they cooked the potatoes and made the soup the night before. So the one that's standing up with her arms outstretched, warmed up the meals for everybody, sat them at the table for everybody, and her arms are outstretched because they began to pray over their meal. That's what you see. You see them blessing the table before they sat down as a sisterhood.
Lord have mercy.
As a sisterhood.
You can't make this stuff up, guys.
I wish I could.
Look at the love of God in action, and Shay is not even there.
No, I'm standing right there.
God, Shay took. I'm
there.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I was there.
But look at what Shay provided, because Shay moved at the speed of instruction when her husband told her 9 years ago, babe, we got to get into real estate and helping people.
Yeah.
And I found out about a model that we don't need no license. Guys, Shay had a regular, real big job. Corporate America. Had no clue what this was until I came home crying, sobbing, talking about, babe, I saw a lady making 41 grand a month, and Shay, she housing people in rats and roaches. We need to get into that, Shay. Shay said, Derek, you come home every day talking about this, bro. What you gonna do about it? Where your paper? Where your pen, Derek? Write it down. Because if you just talk about it, bro, Derek, you would never do this. Shay told me that, y'all. Because if it wasn't for Shay, I'll still be talking about, man, I wanna start a. No. Shay said, bro, where your pen at? Go get your pad. You love these little pads, Derek. Go get one. Write the vision, make it plain. So that he that readeth it, like y'all, can run with it.
I'm telling you, this was powerful. And I had to, this morning, when I woke up this morning, I heard God clearly say, people need to see this. You know, I was there, but I was like, they weren't even looking they were looking past me. The only reason I was even in this picture, guys, is because 2 seconds before this, the electrician was walking past me with a ladder. The only reason I'm there, guys, is because I came to unlock a bedroom door. That's the only reason why I'm there. I walked into them warming up food, preparing meals to sit down. They prayed. I was on the phone. And when I saw the one young lady's arms go out, I was like, well, what are they finna do? Just not even paying attention. But when they did it, I immediately paused on my phone call to listen to them pray. I'm like, Lord, have mercy. Jesus, so powerful. And not only was this was like the icing on the top of the cake for me, because so many testimonies came from the women that I served yesterday, that I housed yesterday, that it is mind-boggling. It is so powerful, and I can't wait for them to have that opportunity to share and testify of the goodness of God. And all they needed was a clean, safe, affordable place to live, so that everything else to come into alignment. These are women with mental health diagnosis. There's a woman here, that suffered addiction for many years. There are women in this picture. There's a woman in this picture that lost her mom and had a psychotic break. There's a woman in this picture that has been disabled for many years and is learning how to mend and physically get around. Like, everyone has a story.
This is what you call doing God's will, y'all. Through real estate. Some of y'all thought you had to be an evangelist, go on the street and do ministry. It can be done right here through real estate. Because Shay provided an environment for all of this to happen. Where would these women be without Shay? Homeless, on the street, some of them behind the dumpster, or with real bad landlords that have roaches and rats in it. Shay, for 2 seconds, just talk about the young lady that recently moved in and said, wow, I haven't slept this great in 4 months.
Yeah, she's not in the picture. She was actually the one that I said was out
creating an environment
doing
to
other
thrive.
things. She had a really rough last 4 years. Matter of fact, this is the card she gave me. It's actually on my desk. It says, you're simply the zest, not the best, the zest. This is the card that she gave me. And can I tell you, it broke me.
Melt your whole heart.
I got the phone call 3 months ago. 3 months ago, guys. Hear what I'm saying. I got the phone call for this young lady 3 months ago. And they said it's going to take 3 months for this young lady to transition from where she is out of state to get to you. I know you can't hold a bed. I prayed about it. And God said, don't you, that is her bed.
Yes, we can hold a bed. We want to.
God said it. You've got to hold the bed. Yep. And I said, okay, Lord, I'll be obedient. And I'm going to read it to you. It says, Dear Shay, and the inside it says, it says, you're simply the zest, Z-E-S-T, and lime, so grateful. So it's super sweet. But she said, Dear Shay, thank you so much for letting me live here. It means more than you can imagine. A big old heart and her name. Like, this is not me making up anything, guys.
Yeah.
This is not me.
And the cool part about it too,
anything.
Shay, is kind of what Satina just said in the chat. And I'm going to let you read it because it goes along the same line of Shay of what you and I were talking about yesterday when we were alone in the room just discussing this. Like, Satina just said it. She said it, and sis, I don't know you, but thank you for being honest enough to say that, because it goes such in line with what Shay is saying. Read that, y'all. I was one of them, but the biggest difference is that I didn't have a Shay. Lord have mercy. Now watch this. Forget
Lord
about
have
Shay right now for 2 seconds. Close your mind and interject you in it. Because Shay in this already. Forget about Shay. Satina said it, y'all. The only difference between these people and her, maybe years ago, is that she didn't have a Shay. How powerful is it that y'all can become this thing that provides this environment for people to live and thrive?
Yeah.
Thrive is the best word that I can explain it. Thrive means do well. The girl told Shay, I haven't slept this well in 4 months. Where I was staying, it was a complete headache.
She said it felt like 10 years.
10 years. It was a headache, drama, and the atmosphere. Because watch this, I'm no pastor, I'm no priest. Hold it, Shay. But the atmosphere that Shay provides, because the love of God is also in us.
The house is prayed for.
Sometimes when people don't even know what it is, they say, wow, man, something is different about this place. I just can't really put my finger on it. We know what it is. It's called the love of God. Now, people that move in and they're in tune with God, they say, boy, y'all God-fearing people, ain't them? We get that all the time. But the guy that don't know, he said, man, I don't know what it is, but boy, it's something about y'all in this place. Boy, I like it. I feel good. I'm comfortable. That's the love of God. He just don't know how to word it. So guess how Shay and I pray? Watch this real slowly, because I'm going to tell you my prayer. God, when people walk through the threshold of this door, allow them to feel the love of God and allow them to see and feel the love of Jesus through me. And God, even if they don't know what the love of God is, allow them to say, boy, there's something special about this place and these people. Guys, God answered that prayer for us all the time. She just dadgum read it to you. And Satina was nice enough to be honest with y'all, to tell you she's been through this. And it wasn't a Shay. Satina don't even know Shay, but she can see the difference through a YouTube screen.
It's different.
I'm done. Lord have mercy. Go ahead, Shay.
It is like,
Lord have mercy.
I look at this picture and I'll be honest. The young lady in the black right in front of me, her story just 2 weeks ago was something so different from what I see today. Like I said, I was on a call with the other ladies in the house that are not pictured here, and they explained. Oh
Lord! I'm about to jump in front of you again, Shay, because I got this thing that's burning.
Go.
How many of you all have ever prayed the prayer, Lord, use me any way you see fit? That's what God is doing with Shay. If Shay never picks up a microphone and never gets her own church, this is a real ministry, y'all. Can 10 of y'all agree with that in the chat? Just real quick, if you agree with that. And now, if you don't say nothing. But if you agree with that, have y'all ever prayed? Who's prayed that prayer? Like, put in the chat, how many of you all ever, God, use me any way that you see fit? Why not through real estate? I say, God, can you use me any way that you see fit? But watch me be honest. I say, but God, I love real estate. Can you allow me to help them through real estate to create generational wealth for me and my family? And I can build your kingdom at the same time?
Yes.
God, I'm talking to God just like that. God, will you allow me to do your will through real estate? Can I yank my wife from corporate America and give her her own program so you can bless her too? Guys, I bought Shay her nonprofit for her birthday. Every year I bought Shay real nice gifts. But how many years ago now, Shay? 5? 5 years ago, I said, Shay, guess what I'm buying you for your birthday this year?
Well, 6, pretty much, because we did it before.
A Turo business, which we got out of that because that turned into a job. And I bought Shay a nonprofit. Now watch this. What Shay was to do with that was completely up to her. I also couldn't make Shay, even though I'm the husband, Shay still had to see this and imagine it for herself. But I bet you right now, Shay also couldn't tell you today that she couldn't imagine what she felt yesterday in that house. It's different, y'all, and it never gets old.
It don't. And I told you that last night. I said,
it never gets old.
It doesn't.
Lord have mercy.
I can see this 50 times. Like, it's times that I just pop in to view the cameras and see what they're doing. And they're talking and they, like I said, the young lady in the black that's in front of me, not the one with her arms outstretched, the one that's seated. If you would have saw her 2 weeks ago, broken, afraid, like terrified.
Today? She's in community.
It's so powerful. Like
that's why the ILF model is so powerful too, y'all.
It is.
You're in community.
It is so
Shay telling you right now about a lady that was broken, don't know life skills, can't hardly wash dishes, can't hardly put a TV dinner in the microwave.
Can't cook,
and y'all hear us talk all the time. Well, you got to be independent. Gosh, she's independent. She just lacks certain skills. But in a house like this, with Anita and other people that can teach her how to cook, iron, sew, all these things that she want to learn. Guys, I filmed this stuff and I put it in my TikTok private group of them cooking breakfast. Because you asking me, Derek, do you cook for these people? Absolutely not. Why would I do that?
You did share that.
It's on my TikTok.
What I want to also show is this, Derek, and I want to, and the reason why I keep sticking on I'm gonna call her P. The reason why I keep sticking with P is
her name. You mean P is her name? Okay, gotcha.
The reason why I keep sticking with her story is because of the state. Mom passed. She was a parent caregiver. Don't know how well that went because of her mental health. Her disabilities and stuff like that. She's 40 something years, like 41 years old, I believe, 41, and has never been on her own. So this is new, right? This is a new thing. The day she arrived, it was later in the day. It was a Friday. I was unable to get there until the next day. And everybody told me she was terrified. She was terrified, Derek. And the day when I got there, you know, you could see some relief, but she was still scared because I told her, I said, well, 3 more ladies are moving in. And she says, well, are they safe? Will I be okay? And I said, yes, ma'am. I said, listen, I will never, with a conscious mind, put you in a place to be unsafe. Yeah. You know, I said the same process that you went through when your case management team contacted me is the same process that they go through. And I said, and I make that decision based on who's already here. I said, so you are a part of that decision. And you can see like she lit up. And from that moment, there was a little bit of relief, but every day her anxiety levels were still there, but every day things got better. Every day the anxiety has come down. Yesterday, when I got to the house, she wasn't originally sitting in that seat. She was out on the patio, Derek, on the lounge, the chaise, outdoor furniture. Homegirl had her headphones. She had her water, and she was suntanning. She says, "I'm just getting me some vitamin D, Miss Shay." She says, exactly. It's so relaxing and beautiful out here. So I'm just enjoying God's
And for creation. You all that have never seen Shay's place, I'm going to have her put up a PowerPoint together probably for a Monday, because I want you guys to see what Shay took that place from. Right? It's hard to appreciate what it is now if she only shows you the finished version. Yeah. You must see this house from the beginning.
My moat.
Exactly, Shay. If they don't see that stuff, it's hard to appreciate it. So never show them the house without showing them where it came from.
Go to Angela Denise Foundation on TikTok. I actually posted a before and after, a reel. A picture that has like a collaboration of all of the photos before and after. So follow Angela Denise Foundation on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I hang out with my ladies. Some of them like to be on camera. Don't be surprised if you see us doing these little trending YouTube things because they all think they are like.
Our clients beg us to be on camera, y'all, and we hardly ever do it.
Don't do it.
But every now and again, we will put them on.
Yeah.
But like they beg us to be on camera all the time.
Anita told me
because they know I shoot footage.
Anita said, well, ain't nobody tagged me or nothing fun lately. I said, you know what? Ain't nobody got time for you.
Ain't nobody tagged her.
Right. I said, wait, she's talking about right. We didn't know social media. And I'm like, oh, Lord. She said, you know, I'm the spokesperson for Angela Denise Foundation.
And y'all, like, she loves it. She absolutely loves it. Hey, guys, really quick, we're going to take one more break. We'll come right back. We'll finish up any questions that you guys have. And Shay may let me stay for extra or another 7 minutes.
That's probably
but we pretty much gone after this. But we'll be right back. We'll close you guys up. We'll give any lasting instructions.
Congratulations.
I want to make sure and congratulate a bunch of y'all that is buying stuff as we speak. G Love is the latest one that I just saw that purchased something. But I want to shout out everybody, including Miss Josie. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, family? I hope you guys are enjoying this information. But just in case if you was wondering, how could you get more one-on-one coaching just like this? First of all, you can ask just by typing it in the chat, or you can visit forstonconsultants.com/IMB. Again, the IMB stands for ILF Mastery Blueprint. So again, if you want one-on-one coaching, let us know. This is exactly what we do. And again, don't spend all your time in this room today without asking questions. As you see, we're giving out a lot of great information. So make sure you ask your questions just to make sure that you fully understand it. And then also don't forget, we give you guys a free strategy call. So we want you to watch our webinar. That's it. Also at forstonconsultants.com/webinars, but also soak up a lot of this information that we're giving you guys on YouTube, and then schedule a free strategy call so that we can get on the phone to talk about how fast can we get you started. Let's get back to the show. All right. We are back. And then the last few things that I'll talk about, because we get this question a lot too, but guys, I cover all of this stuff in our original introductory webinar. So make sure that you guys watch our introductory webinar. And that's just by texting the phrase "more info" to 407-326-0086. I also put it scrolling below the bottom of the screen. Just those two words, "more info," to that phone number. And then we're completely done with that, right? That'll give you our webinar and a phone call. Okay. But last but not least, for the Reynolds family, one more time, this is how we get paid, most of us, through SSI and SSDI. And I told you guys 20 minutes ago, not by hand anymore. Because of the system that we use, we suck that payment from their bank account or from their credit card. And we use Stripe as a payment processor, but we hook up Stripe to Digital Flow Solutions.
Yeah, it's completely embedded.
Remember, guys, Digital Flow Solutions runs all businesses that we have, and it's going to run yours too, because we give it to you. It includes your website build out, CRM, your business phone line, automations, funnels, and a bunch of more stuff. But the gist of it is that it is your website. It's your funnel system. It's your phone. It's your text messaging capabilities. How do I text all of these case managers at one time, right? That's through Digital Flow Solutions. The other way that we can pay is SSI and SSDI. Again, a Social Security income, either for their mental health or for their physical health. That just means that some doctor and some lawyer got together and said, hey, you know what? Bobby can't work anymore. Let's give him a check for the rest of his life. $800. And that's what covers his rents. Yeah. He also gets food stamps, as some of y'all call it, but it's a food stipend, right? EBT. And that's how they feed themselves most of the time. Private pay is another way that Shay and I both house people. Private pay means that I got the guy that works at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Burger King, Sonny's Barbecue. He's the local mailman. He's the local prison guard. He's a substitute school teacher, right? So we house more than just a mental health guy. When I first got into this, because of what my background is, I love the bipolar, schizophrenic, the depression, because my background is mental health. Yep, I love it. But today, because it's so expensive, no matter where you live at, we house the everyday Joe. Now, the guy that's got a job that don't make 3 times the monthly rental rate. Who makes that today? Nobody. So I'm the middleman from somebody sleeping on the street. Yeah. And from him being in my ILF, because he can't afford an apartment. He can't buy a house. So my first spiel to people, hey, bro, do you mind the shared living environment? Derek, I don't want no roommate. I'm a grown man, Derek. Right. Well, no problem, bro. I got private rooms too. So within this one model, there's 3 models. One is the shared room, which I've showed most of y'all today. Most people are going to fit that shared model where there's 2 people in every room, right? But what if you get that military veteran? He said, Derek, I don't want to share no room, bro. I'm 55 years old, Derek. Well, I like sharing the room, Derek. Well, no problem, sir. I can give you that private room then. And then the private suite means he's got his own room, no roommate, and he got his own bathroom. But the private room, own room, no roommate, but he still share the hallway bathroom. Make sense, everybody? Those are the models that are within this one model once you guys get into it. Shared, private, and then private suite. Right now, guys, we're in 38 states, over 450 ILFs. Will you be the next one? Somebody put in the chat, I'm next. Speak in faith right now, whether you believe it, kinda, or you don't. Start by texting it first. You gotta believe it. You gotta imagine it. Text in the chat, I'm next. And I'm going to get it while this sale on. Make sense, everybody? Because if God has told you to get into something like this, why would you wait? Because remember, procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do. Make sense, everybody? So I don't want y'all to be arrogant against God. G Love says, we're good. We just purchased. Yes, you did. Cynthia Anderson says, I'm next. I got it already. Cynthia may have got it already. I don't know. I didn't see it today, but it may be a past purchase. Dr. Jordan says, my prayer has always been, Lord, bless me so that I can be a blessing. Then I found the Forstons. Exactly. Because our prayer is the exact same. God, every day I decrease so that you can increase inside of me. Cynthia said today she bought it. Great stuff, Cynthia. Great job. Now, don't you forget, my DIY people, y'all got a way that y'all can upgrade to like $47 a month to be in that private community and still text me 5 days a week. You'll get an email or a text about that probably in a day or two. But watch this. Everybody that purchased the DIY, so many of y'all are getting this thing is crazy. Probably because it used to be $4,500 and y'all now getting it for like $370. April 23rd is on a Wednesday. I'm having a masterclass with you all for absolutely free and nobody else is invited. Not YouTube, not my one-on-one people, none of those other groups, nobody. All DIY. I want to bless y'all so much because of the way y'all showing out by buying this package. April 23rd, 7 p.m., Cynthia, put on your calendar that Derek gonna pour into us for 2 to 3 hours. Somebody should be saying, well, Derek, I thought you don't talk to the DIY people individually. I don't, but on this time, I am. I want to pour into y'all. I just want to be a blessing. April 23rd. So if you're real smart, you go through all of this material before meeting me because that's free to you. Now, if you want that group to be able to text Monday through Friday and meet every third Wednesday of the month, that's only $47 a month. Somebody break that down monthly. What is $47 a month? Let me break that down because somebody won't understand it until I break it down. $47 divided by 31 days. Guys, that's $1.51 a day that you can spend to be a part of a community that'll change your life, that allow you to make referrals and referral fees. And just again, the camaraderie of people that are already doing it. Very affordable. That's $1.50 a day. Most of us spend that on coffee and it costs more than $1.50. You can't go nowhere and get a coffee for $1.50 now. Right? So think of it that way. God told me to help people. Derek showed me a way to get into real estate to help people and my community and please God. And it only gonna cost me $1.50 a day to be in this group. Even after he gave me this coaching that was once $4,500 for $373. So again, guys, don't be weird against God today. If God has told you to get into this or put the dream in your heart, guys, I'm giving y'all the vision. I teach for free Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday. But the hand-holding is for the one-on-one people like Miss Josie did today. Josie said, Derek, I don't want your DIY. You can keep your DIY, Derek. I'm good on that, bro. Derek, I want your phone number. Derek, I want your team. Derek, I want to be able to speak to your wife who runs a nonprofit. Yeah. That's why she bought the one-on-one. She don't want my DIY, my videos. And that's why I tell people, according to your learning style, that's how you choose which package you get. But thank God for my big brother who's still blessing y'all. 25% off until Tuesday. And today, like Miss Josie did, for the next 10 hours, if you buy it today.
G-Love, welcome to the family.
G-Love did it already.
Yep.
But if you buy it today, I gave an extra $475 off of that price.
Somebody asked if the DIY came with the website. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Sure does. We're going to build your website, Dr. Jordan. Sure
it
is.
Sure does.
Yep. That's why it's so unbeatable. We build your website. Like, that's crazy. Or if you want to see a vision of what it could be, go to mine right now. Hold on. schousinginfo.com. There's my website in the chat. My team just built my website about 7 days ago? Because to me, my website was dark. It was depressing. It was gloomy. I said, Alex, turn the lights on. It's too dark.
Not turn the lights on.
Look at it now. I dare 10 of y'all to go right now and say, ooh, Derek, that's nice. Yo, that team gonna be on my website? Yes. So if you like mine, I'm gonna tell my team to make yours better. Because I'm simple, I'm quick, I'm fast. I don't need a bunch of renditions of it. I don't need to keep going back and forth. Man, put my name, put my logo, and make it live. Let's go. Some of y'all too picky. Let me pause there for 2 seconds. We build y'all website for free, both packages. Some of y'all get so picky, it's taking you 3 months to get a website.
Yeah.
Guys, I pay my team, so let's go. What are we waiting on? Right? Go to schousinginfo.com. He built that in like 3 days, y'all. So don't take 3 months to get it built. Let's get branded and let's get on the www. On the World Wide Web. I got less than 4 minutes here and I'm gone. Any last questions? Any last concerns? Anybody trying to pay, having problems? Miss Sharon, I think we're working with you in the background if you're here.
No, that was Miss Shannon.
Shannon's here. Is she live, Shay?
No, I'm not sure. I just know I'm working with her.
Shannon, if you're live, you got a crazy, stupid discount and all kind of other stuff too. Yeah. They're working on you, Shannon. Don't worry about it.
She's working on that. Derek, I'm gonna keep working because I don't want to look like I'm disinterested because I know I'm constantly over here on this monitor. So everybody, it's been a blessing. I want to say I love y'all. Welcome to the family, to all our new people, and again, join, do something amazing that can change the lives of so many people and change the trajectory of your own. So God bless y'all, and I am out.
See you, beautiful. And Shay, I'm only here for about 4 more minutes myself. I just want to make sure that we serviced everybody. Everybody's good. And watch this. Whether you buy anything from me or not, I'm here Monday, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm here Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern. But please do what we call move at the speed of instruction and do what God has already put on your heart. And just remember that procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you guys to do. So again, guys, don't procrastinate if God has put this on your heart. And no, I'm no pastor, I'm no bishop, I'm no preacher, I'm none of that. But I do love God. I think I'm crazy about God and he's crazy about me. I love people and I love real estate. And God has allowed us to merge it all together, right? I'm gonna show y'all something real quick and I'm gone. Shay has mastered the art of housing people. And I tell folks that when you master the art of housing people, what else can you add to this to continue to show the love of God through it? So let me see if I can bring this slide up without messing anything up. Not that one. I don't want that. Hold on, y'all. I want to show y'all something, right? A lot of y'all want to do stuff like this, what you see on screen here. How can you show the love of God through a service that you actually may bring in to your tenants? I'm trying to make that bigger, y'all. Y'all give me a second. Well, if I can't make this bigger, I just want you to see how Shay brought in petties and manis to women that have never experienced a pedicure and a manicure. Y'all know that we laugh and we joke around. We have a great time here, right? But I want to be serious for 2 seconds. Some of y'all women got an appointment today to go get your nails done. Some of y'all getting y'all feet done today. Some of y'all might be in the chair right now, listen to this on earphones at the spa. Can you imagine being able to offer this service to people that have never had their nails done, never had their makeup done for a makeup day? Can you guys imagine that? Like, most of us would take this for granted that somebody came and blow dried your hair, washed it, gave you a full face of makeup. So again, and one day I keep saying it, but I'm going to show the video of these women that when they got out the chair, when they walked into the mirror, how they cried and what they said. We had to redo the makeup because it was so emotional. But again, women that have never had on makeup, never had a pedicure, and never had a manicure. I'm a guy, so y'all excuse me. I think the pedicure is feet, right? I think the mani is hands. Can you imagine never being able to get that done as a lady right now? And most of y'all get this done bi-weekly. Lord have mercy. Imagine you now being able to, again, like Shay did, create the environment to make this happen. And watch this. This don't always cost you money. Somebody wants to pour into your program. Shay called people, hey, who want to pour into my women? You call 5 people that do hair, 5 people that do nails, or you post it on Facebook. Next Saturday, we're having a spa day for my women that we took from homeless to hopeful. If you got a service and you want to pour your blessing, your time, your talent, and your treasure into these women, give me a call and I'll pray God bless your life when you do so. Last thing, guys, procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do. We want you guys to move at the speed of instruction. And sometimes people hate that word instruction. So I'm going to say it like this. Move at the speed of revelation. That means that when you hear something good like this, and God has tickled your heart because he's already told you about it, God was just genius enough how he merged me and you together today. My mom says it like this: for such a time as this, that we've all been brought together to get this word, to get this blessing, to get this information that can change your life. I'm not some guy that talks from theory. I do this. There's a lot of coaches that just talk from theory because they tried it or they got one or two. But guys, I'm in it. I coach it. I lived it. I was a social worker for 9 years. So again, if we said anything today that you thought may change your life, this is all I would ask of any of y'all today. I don't pass around an offering plate. You don't owe me nothing today. I do this for free because of what God has did for me. But if you say, well, Derek, man, what can I do? Guys, I love 5-star Google reviews. I would love if y'all went to my TikTok shop and bought a pair of glasses, bought a sundress, bought some skinny jeans, bought a halter top, bought a girdle, a faja, whatever. I got chocolate on my TikTok page, all of that stuff. But none of that matters to me more than this Google review. And what I always pray, Satina, that if somebody reads your review and then they make a decision because of what you said, I pray that God bless your life. And I really mean that. So I pray over my Google page, anybody that leaves a review, 5-star, and if somebody reads it before making a purchase, prime example, 5 of y'all bought something today during this live. What if you all read a review first? And some of y'all do. Some of y'all don't buy nothing unless you read a dadgone review. I respect that. So if you read a review that's something that you said that made somebody make a decision about us, God bless you. And I pray God's best for your life. So if 10 of y'all can scan that real quick, I'm going to pray you guys out of here and I'm gone. I hope y'all appreciated us today. I love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. I wish I had nothing else to do today, but I got to meet with my accountant. I don't like accounting meetings, but anyway, it's a part of business and we must do it. Make sense, everybody? I'd be a dummy today. We'd have 8 businesses and no accounting and no meeting. That sounds dumb. Make sense, everybody? So again, I love y'all. Thank you to everybody that made a purchase today. Don't forget to sign your contracts. That's how you get all the documents and all your stuff. Just because you bought it, it don't stop there. Sign your contract and they release everything that you bought. And April 23rd, for all of my DIY people, we're meeting 7 p.m. Wednesday night, April 23rd, for absolutely free. I'm giving you guys a masterclass because of what you bought and what you purchased. And I want to pour into the DIY people because they normally don't get that. I want y'all to get it. Okay? Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly, abundantly above all we can ever ask or think, according to God's power that worketh in us. Father God, thank you so much for the seed that was sown today. Thank you for the people that showed up today. And God, we believe that for such a time as this, that you brought them to meet me and my family today. God, as you always know, I decrease so that you can increase inside of us, our coaching, and inside of our programs. God, today, make me the best coach and the consultant that these people have ever seen. But God, most importantly, because you've already given it to me, God, help these people get into it because you know favoritism of like certain people. So God, what you did for me, you will do it for these folks. And by your grace and by your mercy and by the Holy Spirit, you'll bring all this information back to their remembrance and let them never forget it. God, give them the motivation, the courage, the how to, but probably most importantly, God, give them the mind of Christ and an able body to do what you've already put on their heart and let no devil in hell stop it. So God, before they ever get their first set of keys, we give you thanks and glory and honor now and say thank you for allowing these people to be a good steward over what you're going to give them. God, today we dedicate the program to you. This is your program, God. Thank you for allowing these people to run it, though. And again, we'll be ever so careful to give you all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. God, allow these people to be the change in their city. Allow these people to be the answer to affordable housing in their city. God, give these people favor with man, with you first, but then man, city officials and decision makers in their city, that when they speak about this program, it sounded like the best thing since sliced bread. Father God, we honor you today. We say thank you. We say thank you. One more time, God, we say thank you for what you're doing and what you're going to do inside of their programs. God, you did it for me already. Continue to expand me and my family, but God, give it to these people and allow me and my family again to be the best consultants that they've ever seen. And God, watch this. We'll give you all the glory. We'll give you all the praise, and we'll take no credit. Because God, it's because of you that you allow us to do this ministry in your name. So God, again, we say thank you. God, we appreciate you. And again, we have the mind of Christ. We have an able body. High blood pressure doesn't bother us. Diabetes doesn't stop us. Cancer, we say that you are dead in Jesus' name. Devil, you are under our feet today and have no place in our life, our business, or our family. And everybody under the sound of my voice, you guys are healed, you're delivered, and you're set free. And it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen, amen, and amen. My screen went blank. I'm not sure if y'all heard any of that. I just came back. Say amen if you agree. If you didn't hear my prayer, that means that my screen went blank. I'm not sure what happened, but I prayed for all of y'all just now. When I opened my eyes, the screen was blank. Did y'all hear that prayer, RB? If not, I just prayed for myself and y'all, but maybe you didn't hear it. Did y'all hear that prayer? Because when I opened my eyes, y'all, my screen was black. Give me 5 people that say, yeah, Derek, we heard you, bro. Because I'm not sure if that even went out. Arby says, we heard it. Perfect. Cynthia says, amen. Charmaine says, amen. Yanni said, amen, amen. Hey, I love y'all like a fat kid loves cake. Don't wait to be great. Don't miss this sale that ends Tuesday, but the stupid sale ends today in 10 hours. Okay? I'll see y'all Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Go to church tomorrow or somebody's place of worship. Tell God what you've seen today and tell him you want to be in it. And say, God, is that family for me and my family? Because if it is, God, make every way possible. So I call that getting the proper permission. Tell God what you saw today and tell him you want to be in it. And tell him if it be his will, and here's the cheat code, it is his will. The poor and needy will always be among us. Remember, when you do unto the least of the, God says, like you're doing it unto me. Remember, so this is his will. You guys be great. We'll see you to Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Y'all be great. Hey, what's going on, family? Have you ever imagined starting your own housing program? That's probably why you're here. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, like you're kind of getting right now, but in a more of a one-on-one setting, just you and I, that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. There's a number that they're scrolling below on this screen right now. If you text the word scholarship to that phone number, my team is going to get you some information. So first of all, I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for moving at the speed of instruction. We look forward to working with you. And again, this is only for people that desire our one-on-one coaching, which is designed to watch you succeed from going from a zero to a hero when it comes to information and knowing how to implement this independent living facility model without any mistakes. That's most important. So again, our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, there's a scholarship that's available for it that'll slice the price in half, which is also a no-brainer. So again, if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, but you thought you needed a license, you don't. You thought you had to be a nurse, you don't. You thought you had to own the property, you don't. Consider our ILF Mastery Blueprint, where we are going to take you to success and let God use you in your community, housing the homeless and the displaced. Let's get back to the show. Hey, what's going on, family? Just to let you know really quick, everything that you're listening to right now, I actually have it in a more structured way in a webinar. So when you guys get done here, go to forstonconsultants.com, click the tab that says webinars, and there's 2 webinars there. One is for you to be the actual ILF operator, meaning that you want to do it. And then the other one is the HRA. That stands for Housing Referral Agency, where you're able to take people from homeless to hopeful, and you actually don't need the real estate. It stands for a Housing Referral Agency, and we call it a business in a box. But definitely go to forstonconsultants.com, watch both of those webinars, then set up a free strategy call with me and my team, and let's see how we can get you started. Back to the show. We figured out your problem. You have a great business or a great business idea. You just don't have a website. So visit digitalflowsolutions.net and get the best website in the world for only $97. And then you just pick your monthly plan. Let's get back to the content. Hey, what's going on, family? I hope you guys are enjoying this information. But just in case if you was wondering, how could you get more one-on-one coaching just like this? First of all, you can ask just by typing it in the chat, or you can visit forstonconsultants.com/IMB. Again, the IMB stands for ILF Mastery Blueprint. So again, if you want one-on-one coaching, let us know. This is exactly what we do. And again, don't spend all your time in this room today without asking questions. As you see, we're giving out a lot of great information. So make sure you ask your questions just to make sure that you fully understand it. And then also don't forget, we give you guys a free strategy call. So we want you to watch our webinar. That's it. Also at forstonconsultants.com/webinars, but also soak up a lot of this information that we're giving you guys on YouTube, and then schedule a free strategy call so that we can get on the phone to talk about how fast can we get you started. Let's get back to the show. Hey, David, did you know that you can start your own housing program and it doesn't require you for you to own the property and you do not need a license? So how in the world would you do that? I was always told that you had to own the property and that there was always some kind of special license that you had to get from your city to do this. People always told me that there was lots of red tape to jump through. So you mean to tell me these are also not group homes? It's actually simple. They're called independent living facilities, and Forston Consultants actually created it. They hold the trademark for it. So I follow them religiously on Instagram at Forston Consultants as well as Facebook. And every Monday night at 6 p.m., they actually go live on YouTube at Forston Consultants, and I follow them there as well. So you mean to tell me my dream of becoming this housing provider that I've always dreamt of is closer than I realize? And again, you're telling me I don't need a license and I don't have to own the property. Absolutely. You do not have to own the property. You don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be a CNA, and you can get started as soon as tomorrow. Click the link below for more information.